everybody. It's Tuesday, January 6th, 2026. Welcome to the Giant Bombcast. I am your host, Jan Ochoa. Welcome to Giant Bombcast, episode 922. Joining me, as always, co-captain of the ship, Jeff Grubb.
Hey, happy to be here, Jan. 2026, we did it.
Nothing hurts to him, whether it's 5 gigahertz or 2.4 gigahertz. Dan Reichert.
There's a 6 now. I was in my router settings, and they make a 6 Wi-Fi now.
There's
That's
a
right.
6? Oh, really?
A
6
6
gigahertz.
Wi-Fi, yeah.
Is that to
Yeah.
match with Cat
Wait.
5?
Does this joke work? It's Wi-Fi Balboa.
No.
What? No.
Because
It's a bad joke. It's a bad joke, but you understand where it came from.
I mean, I get where you're going with it.
Mike
but
is
also,
nodding vigorously.
But I think you're like, also like, are you talking about the 6 gigahertz bandwidth or are you talking about Wi-Fi 6? Two different things.
I don't know. I went in my settings. There's 2.4, 5, and 6 now.
Yeah. So you're talking about, okay. So yeah, you're talking about 6 gigaherts. Yes.
And the 6th Rocky move.
Yeah. Okay.
Jan, keep going. Jan, keep going.
Stumbling out of the gate.
God, I forgot what I was going to introduce Backlar as, but Jeff Backlar's here. Hey, Jeff.
I can't blame you, Jan. That was rough.
Really?
It's rough to come back from something like that.
I did
2026.
preface it by saying it was a bad joke. I prefaced it.
Yeah, but like when Mike tells a bad joke, it's kind of like charming still, you know?
It didn't soften it at all, Dan.
Yeah.
It just hurt more, actually.
I wasn't trying to charm you, fellas. I was just trying to say a bad joke.
You know what? Okay, I should have taken that into consideration. You know what, Dan?
Thank you, Jan.
Thank
you.
We'll start it. We'll start again. We're not going to start the whole show again. But last
Give
but
me
not
another
least,
chance. Give me another chance.
nothing hurts to him. He loves graphs and scales and stats. Dan Reichert.
That's me. How's it going? 2026, fellas, ready to do another year of giantbomb.com, right, folks?
I guess.
That's right.
All
He's ready to have the happiest New Year because he's the happiest person here. Jeff Bacalar.
I am the happiest person in attendance on this podcast. Thank you for highlighting that, Jan.
And he's a bird boy of games media, Mike Minotti.
My New Year's resolution is to be even better than ever. Watch out, everybody. If you thought I was teetering on the edge of cancellation before, just look out at 2026.
He was pantsless the entire time at Games Done Quick. He refused.
Yeah, that's why he was in the
Pantsed?
lower left corner.
Pantsless. He was without
Oh,
pants.
pantsless.
It's
Okay.
called
Yes.
asserting dominance. All right.
Yep.
Happy.
Dick's out for speed running, he kept saying. It was really awkward.
Oh, okay. Happy New Year to the folks at home. Hey, shouts out to our friends at Main Gear. You know, if you want to help the crew, go to maingear.com/giantbomb. Go buy yourself a PC. Go buy yourself a faceplate. Jeff Grubb, what's another way that folks can support the podcast and the website and the team?
Yeah, you could support us by showing up, but also you could support us by going to giantbomb.com/join, become a premium member, because we are independent games media. Independent games media being more important than ever because corporations are pulling more and more away from this space. So it's up to us to support this, and you can do that by going to giantbomb.com/join. Become that premium member. Gets you a bunch of goodies. We're doing a ton more goodies in 2026. It's the time of goodies, is my understanding.
Ooh.
And we want to deliver on that. It's going to make your premium sub even more valuable. But really, the big thing here is it means the world to us. We see everybody supporting us. Thank you so much. Let's keep it going in 2026.
Yes, it's soon going to be Year of the Horse, and it's going to be a horse just carrying a bunch of goodies. Speaking about goodies, we would like for some good people to help Chuck out. We do have the new website up and running. Shouts out to Chuck. But Chuck needs help on the Giant Bomb Wiki, and you can help Chuck if you have PHP experience, Wiki experience, various other coding language experience. And if you need more deets, go to bombcast.com/wiki or join the Giant Bomb Discord. It's a lovely place to be. And go find the Wiki Street Team Discord channel. Boys, it's 2026. I haven't seen y'all. I mean, I saw y'all yesterday, but it's been a minute. I've been sitting at this desk during the break thinking, like, what if I just want a podcast? I want to talk.
It's a weird no man's land. You're not. You get into this flow of doing it every week, and then all of a sudden, no games are coming out. You're not on Zoom calls and Discord calls and podcasting all the time. It is a weird period. It always has been.
I played old games, and then I did
too.
get dressed up in my Knuckles costume just to take a photo. Like,
I was wondering what possible reason. I was like, is there an ad he was recording? Why would he need the Knuckles suit for an ad?
I was just missing it.
Just to feel alive? Okay.
Just to feel alive, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was
saw
missing
that.
not playing Leisure Suit Larry. Like that's what I was missing.
Me
You,
too.
you don't play
Specifically.
Leisure Suit Larry.
Yeah, I was missing not playing it. Like yeah, exactly.
You don't know what we do in our free time, Mike.
yeah.
Yeah,
I got a rug.
cool.
Okay. Wow.
I was
He was
really worried
very
about it.
skeptical of the rug. Like maybe the most skeptical anyone's ever been of a rug.
Oh my God.
And
I
then-
want your
Why?
problems.
and then
I want your
like,
problems.
Mike, tell him the whole
Well,
arc here.
I mean,
Tell
I
me
get
your
like
problems.
I get
Yeah.
a blind text from my friend like, "Do you want a rug?" And I'm like, "Boy, I don't know," because I could just see a world where this becomes a big problem for me, where I don't like the rug, and it's
Do
just
you have
a bad
hardwood
fit.
floors?
I have hardwood floors. So I'm
Okay,
like,
and
what
you
am I
wait,
gonna-
hang on. I want to piece
Yeah.
this apart here. So you said a big problem for you where you don't like the rug. You could just sell it or give it away, right?
Or
Well, that,
burn
exactly. Now that's my
Or-
problem. See,
or say
before,
no.
that was my friend's problem. He's responsible for this unwanted rug, and now I'm just going to claim responsibility
There's
for that
Goodwills and Salvation
no-
Armies everywhere.
for
it's
no
very
reason.
easy.
It's a whole thing. Plus, I was like, "Can I see the rug?"
Yeah.
He said, "No."
What?
What?
Wait,
I don't-
what?
Wait,
That's
hang on.
weird.
Because I
Who's
don't
this
want to
friend?
unfurl it. Because I don't
He
want
didn't
to
want to
unfurl
unfurl
it.
because it's once it's furled,
It's
unfurling it.
pre-furled? What is that?
It's a
You didn't
big
have a
rug.
picture?
He had a picture of it furled. It was hard to get a good idea there.
Who's this
Actually.
friend? Is he really your friend?
Oh, he's been my friend since high school. Yeah.
His
yeah.
name weirdly also Furl.
And no, it's not the Poop City Slamma Jamma guy.
My name
Yeah,
I
is
think we
it's
just
not his
assume
friend.
any friend you refer to that's not in the games industry is just Poop City.
It's Poop
No,
City.
That's
not
actually
him.
all of your friends. It wasn't just
Right.
one person. It was a collective gym shower.
So my instinct was to say no, but then I started having like big rug FOMO. Like, what if this rug is just beautiful and immaculate and it was free? And I say no. So
And
okay,
it really
fine.
tied
Yes,
your
yes,
room
yes.
together?
I'll get the rug. I'll get the rug. He's like, okay, by the way, there are 2 runners. Do you want them as well? And I'm like,
Yes.
I think I got to
God."
explain to Mike what a runner was. That was
That's
fine.
just the thing under the rug that keeps it from like slipping around, right?
Yeah.
No, no.
No?
No.
It's like long,
No,
thin rugs, basically.
that go in
Oh.
hallways
Yeah, skinny rugs.
and walkways.
Oh,
skinny
okay,
walkways.
okay.
Yep.
Right. So I'm like, oh my God, this still keeps getting worse, right? Right. I'm like, felt like Lando Calrissian here. Ha ha ha. So I was kind of worrying.
There's no place for bad jokes here.
No, my bad. So I was just fretting and worrying about this rug. He's coming over to hang out. He brought the rug, this big thing, unfurled it. Perfect size, matches the color room. It's gorgeous. It has changed everything. This rug is the best
it
thing that's
looks
happened to me in a
fantastic.
while.
It really does
Lebowski
tie
over
the room
here.
together.
It really
Yeah.
Like
Do you have a
set that
picture of
tied
this?
the room
I-
together.
I'm
I'll
so
send
curious
you a
now.
picture of my rug. I'll send you a picture
Please
of my
do,
rug.
yeah.
Now,
And then like
But
the
wait,
runners,
Mike, the public can never see it. This needs to be a giant mystery to everyone except for
Okay.
us.
It
Yeah.
I
looks
like
so good. It looks like it like you must have bought the rug specifically for your house. It
Really?
matches everything. It's great.
well, okay, Mike, I
Okay.
have to ask, did your friend
Yep.
Furl, are these rugs already cleaned?
they seem pretty clean. They were his
Yeah, it
parents.
looks nice. It looks
and they're
nice.
so they're older,
Okay.
responsible, right? So yeah, so the rugs
That's a
look
nice
nice. They're
rug.
clean. The runners went perfectly down like the 2 areas they possibly could have. I sent a picture. I put it in our general chat. Like you guys tell me.
Oh,
It's a nice
wow.
rug.
See?
Oh,
That's a nice
I saw it
rug,
in person,
Mikey.
and I was
that
like,
looks fantastic, Mike.
It looks so
know.
good.
It really has just tied everything together. And like I was thinking about getting like new wood floors or carpet because like it was kind of looking crappy in there. And I'm like, I don't have to do that anymore.
Not
I got the
anymore.
rugs now. I'm good.
Wow.
I'm
Mikey-
I guess
set
this
on
whole
my-
room looks delightful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. It just really all
Yeah.
fits now. So
Now, Mike, okay, Bombathon incentive for next year is we show a picture of the rug.
there you go. Now we're thinking. See,
Beating the
this is
rug.
a bit more reasonable
Or-
than we go on a cross-country road trip.
Well, we're still doing that.
What, how hard
Paywalling
is
the
it?
rug.
How hard is it to make a rug? Can we sell a rug?
Can we make? I don't
Oh,
think we
Jan.
can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
big
like,
giant
no.
bomb logo in the middle.
Not-
I think you need to
that's
know
not-
a Persian. I think you
You
have to like
can't
meet a
just
Persian
make
person.
rugs like
I
that's.
don't.
There's
People
so
have made
many
rugs for centuries back.
I
Lark.
know it seems intricate and complicated,
But there's
Yeah.
I
so
don't
many
think-
rug stores here that are like maybe fronts, money laundering. Why can't we have a
Why don't you-
rug?
Why don't you go
Oh, yeah.
visit them and ask?
We could do mouse pads, which is the rugs of nerds. Like
Oh, a
that's
Yeah.
mouse
nerd-
pad that is just based on Mike's rug would be
Yeah.
very good.
Oh, wow.
Okay, wait. Now you're winning me over.
a
Oh.
rug mug.
Do you guys get those videos of people cleaning rugs? By the
Yes.
way, now
Yeah.
and stuff. They're
Times.
very satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I do. Are these like the ones where they're like hitting it with a wire or like?
No, they're like throwing all sorts of different
Different.
colored goop on it
Yeah.
and like really like grinding the
Oh, I think
gunk
I've
out
seen
of
a
it.
couple of those. Yeah.
Like they'll come in like just pure shit brown colored, and then they'll work it for a while, and you see a Care Bear all of a sudden.
I had my a little Columbo mystery happen to me over the holidays.
Ooh.
I got like at a point where I'm like, I was remembering a lot of old friends from high school's faces and like first names.
Oh, I saw
but
this.
I've started forgetting their last names and stuff like that. These are acquaintances for the most part. All my close friends, obviously, it's fine. But I was like, I wish I had my yearbook, and I don't think I ever had my senior yearbook. So I went on eBay, and I found one. I put in, it was like
Really?
$75,
Whoa.
and I was like, I'm not paying
Wait,
that. So I put in
you
an
f-
offer. Yeah,
You found your own yearbook on eBay?
not my personal yearbook. I know.
Right. That's
No,
just-
I know.
Right,
I
but
meant like your
school's.
school year. That is
Right.
bizarre.
I'm looking for mine.
So,
Let me see.
yeah, you know, I it was like clearly someone who buys and sells all kinds of books. Like they had
Wow.
that's their whole account. So they have
Here's mine.
one.
Here's mine for
Oh, that's-
$18.99 from
Huh.
2001. The very
That's
first
very
result.
that's strange, right? I
I
don't know
didn't
why.
think that'd be a thing.
Yeah, my
No.
brain's not accepting this.
No, there's a reason. So I got the book and I'm flipping through it and I was like, I'm kind of remembering, oh yeah, I don't even think I submitted my like senior pictures to the book because I was kind of like a little bit rebellious at that point. I'm kind of a shit. So they used my photo for my student ID. And so I'm flipping to that part of the section where it's the student ID photos all clumped together. And I found myself, and on the picture was written, "Hi, Jeff." And I was like, okay, wait. So I first, let's just do this. Maybe the person who I bought it from was someone I went to school with. So I messaged them and I was like, did you write anything in the book? And the person's like, my people do not write anything in the book. I'm like, oh, you have people.
My people.
So,
I love that.
okay.
My people.
So it's like, all right, I want to like solve this mystery. Who wrote this? Whose book was this? Like, how'd this get here? And I'm like, kind of like flipping through, and there's a bunch of stuff written, and like most of the stuff was written on the people from the year before me. So I was a senior this year, and most of the stuff was written on like juniors, like, oh, this guy is hot and stuff like that. And you know, this
Was
guy's
he?
a nerd. A lot of the guys that she thought was hot were indeed hot. So I'm like, man, can I piece this together? Could I maybe start asking around to some friends and be like, hey, here's a message. Do you think you recognize this? And as I'm doing it, I'm like, my family's over and I'm flipping through it. And I flip through to a page randomly and look at a picture. And it just says underneath the picture, "This is me." And it's like,
That's so weird.
and it's like, as we were discussing, like, how are we going to figure this out? And I basically like turned to the group and I'm like, well, mystery solved.
One more thing.
Wow.
That's
You
a
read this
plan, Jeff.
person?
That's what they want you to think. Whoever wrote that.
And I'm like, I kind of recognize this girl. I kind of, yeah, her face is familiar to me. And then I started like looking at I Googled her and found her Facebook profile, and two of her friends that like were mutuals. I'm like, oh yeah, I was close friends with them. And I bet we were in a circle, and like we were acquaintances. And so I like Google it, and it's like, yes, this is a person who did die. And someone must have sold off all her books.
Oh,
And so
So
it's
is
like,
that.
because that's how this book ends up on eBay,
Whoa.
right? Otherwise, it just like wouldn't, like, we get thrown away or something like that. And it was like, oh man. So I'm like,
yeah.
I want to like eventually like reach out to some of her friends and see if they want this book. But it was kind of like this weird like roller coaster of like, oh, this is kind of
Wow.
exciting. What's going on here? And it's like,
Oh.
oh, obviously we're at that
I mean,
age where maybe
surely
something
you-
like that could have happened.
Man.
But surely you I mean, that must have crossed your mind at some point, right?
It did. Yes. Steph
Yeah.
brought it up explicitly.
Yeah,
She was like, that could be it. And I'm like, I don't want to, someone moved and just got rid of all their books was kind of my
Right.
but
Yeah.
it was wild to kind of go through all that. It's like a bummer. Like I was kind of getting the urge, like, oh, that'd be awesome to talk to her or whatever. And it's like, oh, not gonna have a chance to
Jeez.
do that. But like I said, I was close friends with some of her friends, so I might reach out to them.
Oh man.
Can you fix the ending of this story?
Yeah, we talk
and
about my
have it
rug
be
some more?
better?
Yeah. And then
Everyone
I
look
got
at
a
Mike's
new- I
rug.
got a new
You'll feel
rug.
better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dan, tell the joke again from the beginning.
So why? I'll tell you a winter break story for me here. My sister Kayla, you may know on this website.
Yeah.
I go to her place and we play a little Gears on PlayStation 5, and I can't hit a single fucking active reload. It is like way off.
Oh no.
And remember,
Oh.
Kayla's favorite genre, she has beat Sekiro, every From
No
game.
way.
You've
Are
seen
you
her.
telling
She
me?
is wild how good she is. We've talked about how she beat most of Sekiro on a PlayStation Portal. I did like 3 completely botched active reloads, and I'm usually very good at those. And I was like, Kayla, do you have game mode on? And she's like, what's game mode? And I was like, oh. And it was like an older TV, and like she definitely never checks a setting ever.
Yeah.
And I went in there and I turned it on, and she's like, "Oh, this feels way better."
Oh my god!
Destroyed like every From game, every like Neo, every Souls like or
Goku
whatever.
with the gravity ring.
I know. I was
I
gonna
said, you've been
say.
doing this with weights on. Like she had no idea.
Yeah.
That's why she did that fight in one attempt at your house because she had the weights off.
Yeah. Yeah, but she beat all those games with style without any with awful like the worst input lag I've ever seen by far.
That's
Wow.
nuts. There's
It's
like
insane.
there's a lot of memes online of like lag in real life kind of stuff. Just see Caleb bumping into doors and whatnot. Yeah, that's nuts, man.
Kayla in chat saying I've evolved into a higher being.
Someone in chat said, "Tell how chat solved this." Dan, is there anything specific there that you can remember, or maybe not?
Chat solved this? I don't
She says,
know.
"Tell them how chat solved this." Dan, I don't know. Maybe it's nothing.
Stop,
No, I
stop taking credit for Dan's
Yeah, Dan
knowledge.
chat.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah,
you're out of
she's
control.
nuts.
Chat looked it all up for you.
Oh, right, because we couldn't find it because it was like buried and like it was like an older Samsung,
yeah,
and I
it's not
couldn't
like
find
an
it.
obvious because game
Right.
mode is like a relatively new term in some of these TVs.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I did get the model number from the back of the TV, and chat looked up that specific
incredible.
manual and everything.
Okay.
Yeah. Insane.
All right. Any
I
other
might-
stories from like the holiday break?
Phew.
Fun ones?
Hibachi's still good.
I got any more fun ones. No.
Let me think. Let me see if I had any more people die. Let me think.
Oh Jesus, that didn't happen during the break.
No, but I went to hibachi again. We got to do hibachi together. I
I
don't
would
know if we
love
ever
that.
have.
Guys, it is
Yeah.
$200 to take a course at Benihana.
Okay.
Can
yes,
we
okay.
have a competition? Let's all go to a hibachi and let's tell the dude. They're all fun dudes, all the cooks at hibachi places. So they do the volcano, they do the train, all that stuff. Just tell them like, hey, we want 5 shrimps each, and we will score. We'll have a scoreboard for who catches the most shrimp.
I will catch the most shrimp.
Absolutely.
I would love to do that.
Hibachi has lost a lot of its allure to me.
Now-
You
now
couldn't
is that-
find joy in hibachi.
Okay, we're calm
Funny
down. I know what he said
No.
was very upsetting. Let him speak.
Dib is very much on the hibachi wagon these days.
Because he believes
and-
in magic still.
Well, I don't know if it's magic. I just think like I don't know. Sometimes I just don't want to go through the motions. Do you know what I
You
mean?
don't
Like
do it every day.
You're not
Yeah,
the
that's
one
why it's
cook-
a-
They don't give
No,
you
no,
the hat and the knife.
No,
you literally
it's-
do zero motions.
No,
there's
funniest
motions.
hibachi chef ever.
there's motions. Okay. I look. I grew up on hibachi. Okay. I got roots deep down in hibachi.
You're with the
Okay,
Steve
the
Aoki
root-
family. I get it.
Exactly. The roots run deep. The first hibachi kitchen was opened in New Jersey. I made that up.
Oh.
Listen. Listen, I just, every time we go out to eat, Dylan's like, let's go to hibachi. And it's like, buddy, we can't go 4 times a month. You can't do that.
You can.
Of course,
That's
you,
gotta be
it's just,
special.
it's
Yeah.
got to be special. It's
Quarterly.
just got to be special, right?
You know,
It's just got to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
special.
We used to go all
and-
the time for my sister's birthday. So yeah, that was like the regular thing.
Right. And look, it's fun. Here's what I'll say. I don't like the fact that it's such a roll of the dice of who you're going to sit with. If you're not with a big party,
sure.
if you're not with a big party, right? Which is why I will only go to hibachi with at least 5 or 6 people.
1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, I'll
We'll be
go
good.
with you guys for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you get randos.
But sometimes you get randos, and then you get randos who like bring the vibes down.
It's like
Now
matchmaking,
sometimes they
though.
can bring the vibes up.
You know?
Sometimes they can bring the vibes up.
I wouldn't be like you're kind of being oversensitive, but it has happened to me once.
It's happened to me numerous times.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it was at
okay.
we went to Mexico for like a vacation.
You
And
had
those-
hibachi in Mexico.
Yes, we went to hibachi at like an all-inclusive resort in Mexico, and
Okay.
these people that sat with us decided they were our best friends for the rest of the vacation. We didn't want that. We wanted to be
no.
alone.
No.
So, yeah.
These are reasonable qualms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reasonable
So-
qualms.
Okay, hold on.
My, you go ahead, Dan.
I was just going to say, I remember going to Vegas in my adult life and having a very fun time. Went to like a fancy buffet, and then the couple next to me and the person I was with at the time was like actively going through a breakup. And like the
Oh.
waiter was trying to like solve and soften the impact. It was like, is it someone's birthday? Do you guys want mimosas on me? Meanwhile, so this guy's like trying to joke around and laugh and pouring the mimosas. Meanwhile, like these two people are just staring daggers at each other. It was terrible. They did not
I,
enjoy the Eggs Benedict that day.
No, I didn't. It doesn't sound like it would.
I've been to a million hibachis. The one notable person that sat with me was I'm sitting there and I'm probably 16. It's the year 2000. And this big guy starts talking. He's across the table. And I heard him talking to his family. He's like, oh, yeah. So when I was teaming with Foley, and I was like, I'm sorry. And like, so like my ears perk up like crazy. I'm like, I'm sorry, what is this? And he keeps talking. I'm like, he's clearly talking about being a pro wrestler. And he's a big dude. And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? I was reminded of this a year or two ago, a Dark Side of the Ring episode about Herb Abrams' UWF, if you've seen this. Wild Thing Steve Ray. He has a Wikipedia article. That's who this guy was. He was supposed to be the Hulk Hogan of the UWF. Which was a haunted promotion, if you look that up. And so he starts talking to me like, yeah, I'm going to get back in. I got to send some stuff to Vince. When he said that, I got up. I'm like 16. And I walked over and I was like, I'm sorry, you're a wrestler? And he goes, yeah. I used to be. Here's me with Foley. He had like pictures in his wallet of him with Foley, before phones and stuff. I was like, holy, it's like him and Cactus Jack. And I was like, that's fucking nuts. And he's like, yeah, I'm trying to get back in. I'm trying to get back in WWF. I'm ready to go. I'm still got, gas in the tank or whatever. And I told him like, I do video production stuff. Like, I would love to put together a sizzle reel for you. So for a while, I was going back and forth with this guy on like putting together a vignette. I remember it was just like, okay, so it's gonna be flames and it's gonna be the text that says like Wild Thing Steve Ray. I probably have the notebook somewhere with all of these notes. And so I went back and forth. I made like storyboards and stuff, and he was all into it. And I was convinced I was gonna get him back into the WWF. And so we were supposed to meet at a Borders Books one night we were gonna meet up there, get some coffee or something, and then go like shoot the vignette. And so me and my friend Charlie, who was going to help me shoot, we're sitting there waiting for this wrestler. This was before cell phones, or before we had cell phones. And so it's like, okay, you're supposed to be here at 6 or whatever. He's not showing up. We wait like an hour and a half. We go home, and he emailed me. He's like, sorry, I was taking my son home from football practice, and he has a cast on, and I had my son try to fill my car with gas, and somehow the spigot got into his cast, and he filled his cast with gasoline, and so we had to go to the hospital, so sorry that we weren't able to make it for the vignette shoot. And then we just flaked on me for the rest of
it sounds like that's for the best, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
his episode of Dark Side of the Ring was titled Cocaine and Cowboy Boots.
Yeah. I had not thought of this in forever, and I'm watching Dark Side of the Ring, and I was like, why does this guy look for the hibachi guy?
I believe the gas story, though.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah.
It's too crazy not to have happened.
Exactly.
That's a good excuse.
Oddly enough,
That's a real.
today's episode is also called Cocaine and Cowboy Boots.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's good. Did I ever tell you all I thought that Disney invented hibachi?
Yes, every time.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because like,
Why do you think that?
Because the first time I went to one was in Japan in Epcot. And like, I was like, wow, what a crazy, amazing concept. Only Disney could come up with this. And then like a few years later, they opened hibachi at our mall. And I was like, oh.
I feel like a damn fool, Mike, when you said I was in Japan at Epcot. My first thought was, I thought Mike said he hadn't been to Japan.
No.
The thought crossed my mind
well,
as well.
yes.
Yeah.
Grub and I went to a cheesecake factory the other day after we were at Games Done Quick for a
Brag
bit.
about it.
How'd that go?
Yeah.
What'd you
That was
get?
great. It
Did you
was
guys
great.
kiss?
I had shawarma. Yes.
Jeff got this like small bites appetizer of these like honey chicken and biscuits. Those were insanely good. Oh my
They were really
God.
good. Yep.
I did
Had
Cheesecake
spot.
Factory before Avatar 3, and that was quite good.
Did you like
what'd you think
Avatar
of
3?
I had a good time
Yeah.
overall. Definitely was not as good of a time as the last one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was,
but
I-
I
yeah.
enjoyed it.
I still enjoyed 3. It's weird how similar it was to 2,
It
right?
was kind of the same movie, but with a hot fire lady.
Yeah, they should have had more of the hot fire layer. They should have had more of fire and ash. Actually, like, you could have called this movie The Way of Water as well. The best, I don't want to do spoilers, but the best scene by far was the Whale Council.
Yes, actually, yes.
Oh,
yeah.
I would learn to swim just to witness the Whale Council.
Yeah, I think the next movie should just be like a court drama with the whale subtitles.
12 angry whales.
Jack Lemmon as a whale.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love it. I would love it so much.
We did our Avatar ritual where we went to Cheesecake Factory, bunch of cocktails, bunch of edibles, and then just like sat down in a recliner watching for 4 hours. Bonk said I got back home, and I've never done this in my life. I got back home and I just calmly walked up the stairs, fully clothed, laid down, like just like some sleeper agent, like I got activated, laid down, fell asleep fully clothed, and slept for 13 straight hours.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Because of all the drugs and stuff?
No, the
Just
Cheesecake
everything,
Factory.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Jeez.
calories. Yeah, you probably got the chicken carbonara or something with like 3,000
did,
calories. Yeah, you're very sleepy. I get it. It's like that. We had a great time at Games Done Quick though, as well.
Lovely.
Me, Jeff, and my brother AJ went up. We got to see some good speed runs, like Hollow Knight, King of Cards. That one was a ton of fun. We caught the end of the Mario Sunshine speed run. That was super neat. It's a good time. I'm glad they keep doing those in Pittsburgh lately. It's really fun to be able to go up.
Yeah,
and
it's
visit
convenient.
That.
Yep, it's great out there though. Yeah, it's a good time. Everyone's so nice, and it's just cool to
Mhm.
be in that environment.
I'm sorry, I just see this in chat, and I don't think I've agreed with the sentiment in chat this strongly in quite a while. Some Empanada Eater says that Dan is the true Torok Makto, and you know what? Yeah,
All right.
Yeah,
I
Torok
can see it.
Makto.
Is that an avatar?
yeah.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
that's
that's
coming
By
at
the
the
way,
end of
the
the first
entire
Avatar.
time watching it, I was like, "Are these guys brothers? Who is this? Why is that Sigourney Weaver? Why is she a kid?" Like, I just had no idea
That
what
was
the fuck
the
was going
second
on there.
movie.
Dude, I don't remember shit from the second movie or the first movie, so it's a brand new thing every time I see one.
That's probably for the best too, right? You're not
yeah,
there for
yeah.
the story. Come on.
No.
Mike, did you notice any sense in the rhythm arcade room at Awesome Games Done Awesome Games Done Quick? Because I noticed human body odor just blasting in that
no.
room.
Look,
Oh,
every once in, look, like you kind of like you prepare for the worst with these things, and generally wasn't too bad. But there was 2 arcade rooms. There's a general arcade room that had like some fighting games. They had some weird beer pong like arcade game that was fun. Not too bad. But the rhythm room, that's where the nerds are building up a sweat. It was a little rough in there. It was a little rough
the
in there.
rhythm game.
it's such a stereotype, but it's just like,
I know, but that's the thing,
but
it
it's
is-
always
it is-
happens.
But it is such a stereotype that you would think that it's just people are aware of it at this point and care about it. So
No.
is it that they don't realize it or that they don't care about it?
I think it's
Because
a
we're all huge
combination of
nerds, but we all
factors.
take showers and shit. Like I don't
Well, here-
understand how this happens.
in my head, I'm thinking these people, and I don't say that in a derogatory way at all. But these
Go on.
gamers,
I do.
Yeah, these
will
gamers.
will spend so much time isolated doing their own thing at home that now that they get to be in a collective place, in a collective space with other gamers, they're just so excited to go that they forget to shower.
But even like, look, I live at home. I'm not always out among people, but like, you still want to shower every day because it feels fucking gross.
I like being like smelling good is like top tier 3, like one of my 3 favorite things in the world. Like I love to smell good.
And
I
just
don't-
feeling
yeah, so I-
clean, yeah.
You think they're
of
just
course.
nose
Of course,
blind?
it goes without saying. I think it's a combination of factors. It's going to be people who are socially awkward for a variety of reasons. People are nose blind for a variety of reasons. Don't notice, don't care. It's all kinds of stuff. I'm not going to pick on any one individual characteristic, but yeah.
Well, I will.
It's not just gamers. Like I will say, it's not just gamers. Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
do a lot of wrestling
Wrestling.
shows and wrestling
yeah.
conventions.
Oh.
It's the same thing, if not worse.
It's a lot of things where maybe a person doesn't go out much, but this one thing is really exciting to them. So they're going out for the first time ever, and they are socially not prepared, perhaps.
But again, even if they're just at home, like doesn't it just
Yeah, it takes
feel
all kinds.
I
gross?
don't know. I mean, I love
I
showering.
think
I'll shower
people-
2,
Me
3
too.
times a day if I can.
Really? 3 times is
3
a
times
bridge
is
too
rare,
far.
but it's happened.
That's a
It's
lot.
happened.
I just think, I don't know. I don't have an explanation for this, but I don't think people are self-aware. You're giving people
think
too
it's-
much
yeah.
Do you
credit.
think it's the
Yeah,
first
no.
time that people are sweating?
Stop
No.
it, it's possible.
No.
Stop it.
I
I
don't
still
know.
haven't
They're-
experienced
what
the
is
first
this?
time where I'm not sweating. So
Why
I
is
don't
my
know.
body crying?
Yeah.
What's happening?
All right, gang. I guess we should talk about video games. During the break, my headphones hit the Gogsler, and I cued one of the buttons, and then to no one and to myself, I started doing a segue.
Oh, no.
I hated it because my brain is
God.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
Oh, God.
Jeff Grubb, you were talking about being Columbo earlier, but you were also 007 because you played 007
Yeah.
Everything or Nothing.
Yeah, I was like thinking, oh my God, I put that PC to the side that has my save for that game, and I've been meaning to just play through it. I wish I would have had that save just on the Steam Deck. That would make it a lot easier for me. But it's like, okay, I have it all hooked up because I was finishing that Cleveland Gaming Classic video edit. So I'm like, I'll just get it set up on there. It took me a sec to actually find the save file for Dolphin because I updated Dolphin and it was all upset about that. But I did thankfully still have it. Played through it, got to that motorcycle level where you drive onto the train.
Pontchartrain
Dan.
Bridge, yeah.
That's really exciting. There's another one not too long after that where Shannon Elizabeth, is that her name? Shannon Elizabeth,
Yes,
the lady
that is
from
her name,
Maxim
yes.
magazines back in the day. She falls off a cliff, and you have to like dive after her on the cliff, and you have to like dodge these like wooden planks and other cliff faces, and you have to shoot guys while you're falling, and that's like pretty intense and cool. It does these scripted moments that are often like 30 seconds long really well. That game still has a lot of cool stuff. There is, you know, a lot of stuff that doesn't age well, where it's these open zones where you're driving around from one point to another, and there's a timer, and there's not a lot going on, and it's kind of like weird because you'll like, it won't feel chaotic, it won't feel too exciting, but there is a timer counting down, so you're supposed to get to this place fast. So they'll put these segments where you're clearly supposed to like drive through a building and drive through like this office and all the glass, and it's all supposed to be breaking, but it just feels like you're breaking the law for no reason, because it's not like anyone's chasing you or you're shooting at anyone. You just wanted a really short way to go from one side of the city to another. But I don't know. I'm really enjoying it. I'm glad I'm continuing to play it. I should have that done this week. So if we want to do a new punishment, I'll be ready.
I'm sure there are things that have aged poorly, but like keep in mind, like that was over 20 years ago, and so like that the like cinematic action scene, specifically the bridge thing in like 2005. I was like, this feel you got fucking flamethrowers coming out of the thing. You're sliding underneath the truck. You're chasing Jaws. Like I just remember that being like one of the coolest like set piece moments or sequences I'd seen on that like the PS2 era.
Yeah, and it was really cool because it like does just give you a point you're supposed to go to, and there's kind of a maze of roads, so it's up to you to sort of find the fastest route. And it's like, oh, I did spot that shortcut, and then it has a really cool ramp, and you're jumping off of it, and you feel cool. So, yeah, the cinematic stuff is by far the best part about it, and that stuff does hold up because you don't actually get a ton of that anymore. It's a very different kind of game.
Yeah, and they made like a custom Bond movie for a game with all the like voice actors and stuff. It was cool.
Yeah, I'm going to meet Maya right now in New Orleans. So, yeah, that's a real video game.
Cool. Yeah. Cool. Speaking about older video games, I have no idea what this is. The Out Foxies?
Well,
I
Jen,
like
you're going to find out what this is very soon. We're going to have to do something about this, Dan.
Oh, boy.
This is my go-to on the. I discovered this on the MAME cabinet when I was just like kind of going through everything. I was like, what the fuck is the Out Foxies? And it says 1994 and Namco on it.
I didn't know you knew about it from that, because it just got released. So like re-released for the first time.
No, we've done this running thing every time like we do the Fire Escape stuff. Me and Mike, we always just sit down and play a bunch of Out Foxies. It is basically like Smash Brothers from 94.
It's a proto Smash Brothers.
Yeah, made by Namco. So, and it's like the setup is almost kind of like a Bond type thing where there's a bunch of like these kind of like type killers where it's like, okay, here's this assassin, here's this guy in a wheelchair that can like, hit.
Here's a pair of twins, pair of fraternal twins. Yeah.
Yep. Here's a monkey named Dweeb that wears a suit and top hat. And it's so you're running around. There's just guns and flamethrowers and rocket launchers. And there's like a circus level and a submarine level. And like
all the levels have evolution. Yeah.
It's like Power Stone stuff. Yeah. Where it's like the ship is like, a window cracks and then it's sinking and then sharks come in and stuff like that.
And the helicopter like falls through the floor and like crashes. Yeah.
Cool.
It's cool.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's genuinely fun, and it came out. It is like $18, which is nuts. But
it's an archive release, so like it's just a release of the arcade game. But you could start playing immediately. It does like when you're playing single player, it does the arcade thing of, wow, this is really easy. 3 fights later, this is literally impossible. Oh my god! So
spend those quarters.
Yeah, but
it's one of those hamster arcade archive things that they're good at bringing a lot of like more obscure stuff to Switch and other consoles.
Love that.
I'm very happy to have that on Switch.
They've done like 500 arcade archive games now or something.
Oh,
yeah,
geez.
it's crazy.
That's crazy. I want to have to do like a big collection at some point. I don't know, but yeah, I've heard of this game now. I don't remember the name. Out Foxies. What a name! Foxies.
Are there?
But I've heard about this game for its prototype Smash Brothers elements, and I would like to actually try it. So I might get this. I don't know.
Are there foxes in the game?
No, I think they're just like clever. Like they outfox people. So they're the Outfoxies.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Not the Outfoxers. The Outfoxies.
It almost has like a Game Boy Advance look. I mean, it's obviously an arcade game from 1994.
Oh, okay.
But
I'm all in then.
The way the pixels sort of like swim around and stuff like that, it's like it's rendering so much because the levels are gigantic. They're enormous, and the characters can get very small, especially if you're on the opposite sides, and kind of does
train level that's like super wide.
And like the camera does a good job of like sort of panning and zooming, like a Samurai Showdown or something like that. It just feels, I don't know, exciting and cinematic in a way that doesn't make sense necessarily for what's happening because it's so goofy a lot of times, but it's goofy in just a really good way.
That sounds great. Okay, yeah, we should check this out on the site.
Yeah, let's get out foxing.
Speaking about outsmarting things, Mike Minotti, Jeff Grubb, and myself have been outsmarting Myst 3 The Exile. Take that shit, Brad Dourif.
Yeah, we finally started Myst 3 for Monday mornings, Myst with Mitch. I've been excited for this one because I have so many memories of my brother AJ loving this game and still being like young enough that I was intimidated by it, so I would just watch him play it every now and then. And it's been nice playing the remakes of Myst and Riven, right? And they look very nice, especially the Riven remake, beautiful. But there's something about this game just being run off a scum VM, so it's like emulation to make it run on new computers, so it just runs really well. But looking the way it did, it's still just being really impressed by the way this game presented itself for some turn of the century style PC game featuring FMV characters and these kind of pre-rendered diorama slideshow things that you're moving through. It's a really pretty game. I love the way this thing looks.
I dig it a lot. Yeah. And Mike, you did break my brain yesterday during the stream when you mentioned every time we enter a new book, everything is just batshit insane mousetrap levels of being set up. But you eventually understand it like 20 minutes later.
Yeah, you're just walking around like, there sure are a lot of switches and buttons, levers, and symbols, and I don't know what any of them mean, and none of them work. How is this ever going to make sense? So, yeah, and I heard this one has a bit more of that Myst 1 setup of you're going to these different books/islands, and each one is going to kind of have its own self-contained puzzles. Whereas Riven, we were in this like one area, and there was the 5 separate islands.
Forth, yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of back and forth. That was really cool as well.
Yep.
But I definitely like this setup. And, like having Brad Dourif there, he's a really good actor. And then having the familiar faces, this family of book writing fuck ups that we all love now. I'm into the lore, as it were. So, yeah, had a really good first stream of that. Really felt good solving lots of puzzles. You two were just on fire with the backup. Just all sorts of good stuff. You were eagle-eyed on those spare pages, Jan.
Like I said yesterday, it's just going to be downhill from here.
Good start. Just to set ourselves up for failure.
Is it FMB Brad Dourif?
Yes.
You see him?
Yeah.
Man, I can't imagine another actor in history that in my brain fits an FMV game more than Brad Dourif.
Right?
Yep.
It's like Tim Curry and him. I guess
Sure,
Tim Curry's in a bunch of them.
Tim Curry's like a little too well known, though. Like, Command & Conquer was
right.
lucky to get him. Brad Dourif feels like he'd be in a million games from 1996.
Who's the Star Trek guy that was in the poker game? Because that's another person I think.
Jonathan.
Right. Yeah. Jonathan Frakes.
Franzen?
Frakes.
Franzia.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Frakes.
Well, speaking about
Brad Dourif was a Star Trek. Is a Star Trek Voyager. I thought you were still talking about him for a moment.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Mikey.
He played a serial killer crewmate that had to get put to the brig because he kept killing people.
Mikey, how do you do in escape rooms? Have you ever done any of those? Because I feel like you're very sharp when we've been playing these Myst games.
Yeah, I've only ever done one. It was at Universal, and it was a Jurassic World themed one, and it was super fun. I would like to do more of them, but the crews I'm with, they're not interested a lot of the times. I don't know. I think some of them are intimidated by. I think some of them think it'll be lame. I want to do more escape rooms. There we go. That's a goal for this year. More escape rooms.
Hibachis.
Aim higher.
No.
Well, this is attainable, Like we could do this for sure.
I told you Disney was gonna build a whole actual Myst escape island back in the 90s.
Really?
They're gonna just ferry people to an island. They're gonna set up some Myst puzzles that come and get them at the end of the day. See how they did.
That's crazy. Okay, cool. Well, maybe you can team up with Jeff and Dib because those two boys have been playing Escape Academy.
It's funny, the more I watch contemporary television, I'm like, this is just an escape room video game, this TV show.
The mystery boxes, yeah.
Yeah, like everything is just sort of formulated around that. Like you have this
Heated
now,
rivalry.
and you can open up that.
Yeah.
Heated rivalry, the ultimate escape room game. By the way,
escaping heterosexuality. Yeah.
You brought it up. I gotta do a bit of a detour on that. If
Have
we
you
could.
watched it?
No, I've not watched it, but
Okay.
I'm a big fan of the director creator because he was involved in Letterkenny, one of my favorite shows.
We should watch it, and then I should get you on some grub snacks. We should discuss it there every once in a while.
I'm happy to watch it. I know I'll enjoy it.
I know.
It's very funny to me that like in no sort of meaningful way has the NHL sort of been like, this rules. You know what I mean? Like
it's like they're talking about it, but behind closed doors.
So-
They're talking
and
about
they're
behind
obviously-
closed closets.
yeah, they're obviously jazzed about it, but they're probably so terrified to admit that they're jazzed about it, which pisses me off in a sport that, like, look, I would never accuse any of the big sports in America to be overly progressive, but like, I don't know, a part of me is sort of like hockey seems like it would probably get first place in that category.
And hockey could use the help from like a diversity aspect because they're not going to get a lot of racial diversity in hockey.
Yeah,
maybe we can get some other stuff up in there. So yeah,
You know,
it's a shame they
just
don't
for
embrace it.
context, this sounds like a gay hockey show. Is that
Yes.
the case?
Exactly what
You
it is.
nailed
Okay.
it.
Okay, I got the context. Okay,
It's I'm trying to think of hockey players you will know. Wayne Gretzky and Mario
that's
Lemieux.
the one. Oh
If you
yeah.
know so the two best
I
players.
emailed his.
If
Yes,
they were
I was trying to get him on
teenagers
the
and
stream.
gay for each other, now you know the show.
Okay. Brett
So-
Hull.
Brett Hall, yeah. But
Sure.
So
Brett Hall,
Brett
hockey.
Hull had a threesome with Wayne Gretzky and Mario Lemieux. Okay, I understand.
All right. Look, the theater of your mind, whatever you wish.
It's just math.
Sidney Crosby.
There you go.
Yeah,
He's
that's
still
another one.
playing. So yeah, it's wild, right? So like, you know, you get like pockets of like hockey enthusiast podcasts and where like the guys are like super jazzed about it. And it's really awesome.
Empty
to
Netters has
see.
been really funny.
Yeah,
about
Empty
it,
Netters has been very funny stuff to watch. Anyway, we'll just leave it there. It rules. I'm very
I'm gonna
happy
start
it
watching it.
exists. Okay, so I don't know what happened one day. You know, our break was rough, not rough, but like people were sick the whole time. I'm the only one who managed to dodge every bullet.
You escaped
So
it.
I escaped it. I escaped the germs. We were supposed to go away for a couple days. We had to cancel a lot of plans, so we're home a lot. And Dib is, I don't know what he got in his head. He's like, I want to do escape room video games. Where are they? And I'm like, I kind of only know about one. Escape Academy. Thank you for sponsoring Bombathon. But the sequel rather, right? But I didn't know, and I was looking for a game that had, you know, local couch co-op. And Dib and I blasted through the entirety of Escape Academy, and
That's
I gotta
fun.
say, it was great.
Hell
It was a lot of fun. Man, oh man, was this like such a delight, a surprising delight to go through. Really clever puzzles. Nothing too, you know, when you're playing a video game, obviously you're just like, you could just, you know, you can invent and create rules and magic and do whatever you want. Obviously, some of this is not based in reality, but logical enough and sort of lucid enough and have a through point that did not frustrate us. You know, they do let you like grab a hint if you need, which I thought was like a really fun, you know, little additive. And we had, I think we used it once where we were just completely a little too impatient. But, you know, it was about 10 hours all said. You know, I was really surprised. I kind of did not know exactly what to expect.
Nice.
I had read some really good stuff. I know you guys enjoyed what you played of that upcoming sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
I liked what I played the first one, which I never finished, and then the sequel was great.
yeah, and believe it or not, like they very competently like tell a bit of a fun narrative story through the entirety of the thing, right? Where you basically are like, you know, the game starts off and you're just doing like a run of the mill kind of junky escape room. Lo and behold, it's like this, you know, audition to become an escape, you know, professor or expert, and you get sort of enrolled in
And
this
the second game is
college.
much more about being in the school. Like,
In
they
the
added
school,
tons
right?
of-
Yeah.
Yes, they added a ton of school stuff in there. Yeah.
So you know, you enroll and then you uncover the sort of conspiracy about the founder of the school and someone who is trying to take it over, and it was a lot of fun. Really cool diversity within puzzles and just really getting you to think. And I gotta say, like, you know, Dib and I just sitting there with a notepad, writing down symbols and clocks and faces and statues and numbers and colors and cryptics and all this thing. It was a lot of fun. It really got us through this break in a really positive way. And like I said,
Hell
we
yeah.
blew through it, I think, in maybe 3 days. It was awesome. It
That's
was all we
fantastic.
wanted to do.
That's cool.
Yeah, and now we're jonesing for the next one for sure. But this was great. Highly recommend if you're looking for a couch co-op thing.
Do you
Which
think he was like the perfect age to sort of like grok this, or do you think he would like a year ago would this have been was something he would have been able to do?
I think he would have stumbled a little bit more. That's a good question. I think he is really in the Goldilocks zone for this sort of stuff. I mean, I say that every day where like he's just sort of becoming older and more mature. he's doing this thing now where like he just discovered like, oh, you can give insults when you cough through them, right? So like, he's
incredible.
so he's like, like Stacy couldn't figure out how to use something on the YouTube TV, and Dylan's just like, oh, you just got to click that button up there, boomer. Like that.
Hell yeah.
I'm just like, this guy is just, he's aging so it's funny as hell. But anyway, to your question, yes, perfect age for it. I think 2 years in either direction you can get away with it, but he definitely was driving. Like he's like, okay, right. We know this, we know that. Writing down notes on in the notebook. It was just a lot of fun. I know this next one's coming out, I guess sometime this year, but I've not seen anything else. Yeah. I've not seen anything else. At least couch co-op split screen. Like to me, that was a big prerequisite.
Did you look at Escape Simulator? I have no idea if that's couch co-op.
Yeah, I think we saw that one, but I don't think it was couch co-op. I could be mistaken, but I don't think that jumped out as a possibility, unfortunately. But can't recommend Escape Academy enough. And I think it was super cheap. I think it was like $5. So
yeah, it says Escape Simulator says online co-op. It doesn't say anything about local co-op. So
right. A lot of games had that online, right? But yeah. Oh, thank you, Zachy. Portal 2. We've played a lot of Portal 2 together. So that is like, I guess, the most escape room adjacent sort of thing you can do. But yeah.
Lovely. Cool. Well, I have on the list here winter break games. Backlar, since you were just talking about a winter break game, Dan, Grubb, Shaw, what other games y'all dip into during the winter break?
Yeah, I figure it's like leading up to Game of the Year stuff. It is just such a mad dash to play as much of the new stuff as possible to talk about it. And then like as soon as that's over and Game of the Year's like in the can, I just get in the mood to like, okay, what is just some straight up backlog stuff that I have not played in a while. And an easy one was Mario Galaxy 2 because I've been putting off that the Switch 2 version that came out fairly recently. And I had not played Mario Galaxy 2 since it came out. And I remember playing it. And if you remember, you get 120 stars, and then it unlocks all the green stars, where it like populates all the old levels with green stars, and it's just like platforming challenges to get to them. And then there's 2 extra stars you can get, and I never got the last star back in the day because I didn't know you had to like save up these star bits the whole game, and I was just kind of spraying them around willy-nilly. And so I was like, I don't want to grind 10,000 star bits just to get this last star. So finally, I got the final star I have never gotten in a Mario game this winter break, and it was fucking hard. It's that level, the perfect run, if you remember. Yes. It's a super long fucking level. It's like a Daredevil run thing where you have, if you get hit once, you die. So no checkpoints, get hit once you die. It is a nightmare. I died like 40 plus times on it, but finally got it, and felt great to finally finish that. And then the other one was I got the AYN Thor, and I was like, well, shit. I mean, 3DS seems like that would be like the prime use of something like this. So I just played through Link Between Worlds for the first time since I reviewed it.
Hell yeah.
And I beat it just a few nights ago. Fucking great still. Just incredible. And also
I mean, the second you start playing it, right, you it's like, it feels so good. You're like, oh my God, moving around this game is fantastic. And then it just stays great the entire time.
Yeah, and just all the things they did with the format that, like, because I remember when they announced it, I was like, man, Link to the Past is like maybe my favorite game ever. Like, do I just want, like, is this just going to be the same thing? It's the same map. And it's like, no, they do so many clever things. Like, they've got the wall merge thing. That's a fun gimmick and everything. But then you remember all the things they do with the rabbit guy, where, like, you can rent all the items whenever you want to instead of finding them in dungeons, or you can buy them permanently for like 800 rupees. You can do the dungeons in whatever level or whatever order you want. Like, all these things that, like, would later go into things like, Breath of the Wild. Like, a stamina meter that determines your bow and arrow and your bombs instead of a finite amount of stuff that you have to farm and stuff like that. There's just so many little things in that game on top of it just looking and playing so great. And what a perfect use of the Thor. I had some weirdness, I guess, like on the 3DS, it's Azahar, I think is the program that runs it. I think there's some funkiness with that. Like sometimes when I would do a save state thing, it would crash, so I would have to rely on like hard saves, but ultimately, it was an incredible experience.
Cool. I remember really liking that final boss too. The final fight was
that's a really fun one.
Neat.
Going into the wall and shooting the arrows.
Yeah,
and
like because like you go in the wall the entire game, but you can never attack in the wall. And then all of a sudden, you can now like shoot this arrow, and I'm like, whoa, this is blowing my mind.
Yeah, it's super super fun. So yeah, both of those were just fantastic to go back to.
I was kind of looking, they're doing the same thing as Dan, where it's like the sprint up to Game of the Year. Then wanted to kind of go in a different direction and kind of loaded Star Wars Outlaws back up on the Switch. But then that reminded me that I never really played much Jedi Survivor. So I went back and played some of that, and I'm continuing to play that and really enjoying it. It runs great now on PC with a really good PC,
Cool.
obviously. But yeah, like they really improved the performance now to the point where it's like, oh, this is fantastic. I'm getting like 200 frames per second, so that's great. And then like just I like the structure actually. I like going back to the bar, the cantina, and meeting all the characters there. They're wild, but I'm still relatively early because then I played so much Sectori over the break.
Me too.
Okay,
Me too.
I'm on that train now too. I'm on
probably
that
put
train
30
now.
hours into it. Yeah.
Grub was
Yeah.
playing it in the car when we were driving to and back from Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
Wait,
I'm trying
just
to
the
get my
two in
score
the
back.
car, he's playing it.
I was playing on my Steam Deck Sectori.
You want to spend time with your friend?
Well, I was supposed to. I could do both, but the brothers were up front talking to each other. I was alone in the back. Also, fucking
was a
no.
lot of
I
Disney
need. It's
shit.
more important to catch up this goddamn Jacob Geller. I was like,
I love
one
Sectori.
night. It took like 4 or 5 days to get back to a point where I was getting good runs. So Sectori, it's Geometry Wars. We talked about it during Game of the Year, but it's Geometry Wars with like an updated structure, and it's just really well thought out in every way. I had like a top 7. My score was number 17 in the world, and I did it specifically to beat Jacob Geller, who is a YouTuber, a great YouTuber, essayist, and he does stuff over at MinMax. He's fantastic. And then a few weeks later, he came back and he's like, "Oh, you had 10 million, I have 12 million." He's basically up in the spot I was in. I'm down to like number 50. It took like 4 or 5 days to get back to a point where my runs were anywhere close to that anymore. And then I was getting a bunch of runs in a row where it's like, I'm right there. It's late. So, and my hands are starting to hurt. I'm going to do a thing where I'm going to go to bed, and I guarantee I'll wake up tomorrow. The synapses will have all connected. And I'll crush it in my first run. And it's like, no, right back in the garbage. And I'm like, oh, this is rough. I'm like, looking at the time, getting close to coming back from break. I spent my whole break playing this goddamn game now. What have I done? But it's so good. Every time I'm in there, it really is just the mind clears. You're just engaged fully with all of the action happening. It's so good at having those different, it sounds like a small thing, but all the enemies having different attack patterns or different movement patterns, once they're all happening at the same time, and you have to consider all of that, it's so overwhelming to the senses that I find it very pleasurable. So,
and the thing is, like, you still, like, I've played so much of this fucking game for months now, and I'm still, like, in the last week, I realized, like, oh, those little purple fuckers. Yeah, I keep dying to them because when you kill them, that's the revenge bullet thing where it comes after. So like now I know to just keep moving if I'm attacking them.
Just keep moving. It's like, God, once you start like getting in the, just keep moving, find the path in front of you that's clearest, like plow it. It's like, oh, that's key.
I know I'm very late to the party. I do like that you discover all the personalities of the enemies as you go, right? Where like some are explosive and you can use them as to your advantage. Some of them are like, predator ones, right? And then it's really amazing. That game is amazing. I don't know how well I'm doing with it. I guess like the best run I've done is like 15 minutes at this point because I'm still kind of early. But
are you doing it on the earliest difficulty? Like there's challenging and there's experience. Which one are you doing?
I think I'm doing experience.
You should definitely do experience first until you've beaten it several times and then move to challenging. Because like challenging, I've played so much of this fucking game and like Bonk's the main one I talked about it because we every night pretty much played. Like I played it for like 4 hours last night and we've plateaued at like in the low to mid 6 millions, which is about what you get if you beat experience. And so I am trying to unlock that next level where, Grub, you and Geller are at. And I'm trying to figure out, am I just like prioritizing the upgrade stack wrong?
Yeah.
Or
I think
what are you doing? Because I go to missile
first.
I do missile first.
I do
Here's
shield.
like the really discouraging thing.
Oh.
I had a 34-minute run, which is, I looked at the time, that's as long, I think it's longer than Geller's run. And I was only at 9 million points. So worse than my best time ever. So it's
the
like
score.
It's the right. So there's multiple ways to gain score. The score upgrade. I didn't do it once on that run. I was like, I'll do it when I get a chance. And then of course I died before I had like really gotten to that mode where I'm like, okay, now I'll just keep doing the score upgrade.
And they let you do the score as many times as you want, right?
It's the one that has the infinite sign by it.
Yeah.
Then there's also like the dash multiplier of like if you keep your dash going and you keep dashing into the next strike, strike multiplier.
It says it on screen. And I think that caps at 5 on experience. And I just realized last night I was like 7, 8. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so it caps at 10 on challenge. And I'm like, but and I feel like I was doing that constantly. So I'm like, what was I doing different in my, I think it was like a 30-ish minute run for my 10 million points versus my 9 million run in 34 minutes. And it's like, obviously I was just like, my build wasn't exactly the same, but I thought I was dashing just as much. So I'm like, I need to like actually go back in and start engineering this score and understanding what is really like getting me the most bang for my buck.
This is also a game I cannot play far away.
Oh.
No, it's a handheld game.
I play it high, but I just sort of drift off though when I'm high. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
where I'm just like,
sure.
I'm like, I'm looking through the screen right now. Nothing matters. Like, I can't play it far away on the couch looking at the TV. I have to play it in my hands or on the monitor in front of me.
I have better luck playing it on the monitor sometimes when it's big right here. Yeah,
real low input lag, that whole thing. Like, far away, you're cooked. What's the difference between? So I know what missile is. Is strike just the intensity of the bullets you're default firing?
No, strike is the dash. It's the trigger.
Oh, okay, cool.
So strike will get you for a longer dash. So that's crucial. Like later on when it's like, man, there is
longer dash.
50,000 enemies between me and that token. If I had like a longer dash, eventually you're going to get a dash that's so long that you're going to be able to basically go across most of the screen.
That's
that enables you, you begin strike multiplying over and over and over again. It's fantastic. And then it makes the explosions larger.
The shockwave thing,
And you can also...
Is that your blaster?
That's the blast of wave from doing a strike.
Blaster is your standard shot.
Yes.
Blaster straight shot. So missile is better for like crowd control because that'll go out and home around. Blaster I find better for especially some of the mini bosses, but then the bosses because it'll like take out those points way quicker.
Most expensive,
unless you get chaos, which Mary just told me about chaos, which that can if you get that card deck, it randomizes your stack upgrades. So suddenly blaster could be your first.
I didn't know that.
Missile could be your first.
That's
so it's kind of nuts. Yeah,
I love it.
That game's incredible.
It's really, really good.
I mean, it just is so immaculately designed. It is someone has thought about this kind of game their entire life, has made these kinds of games over and over and over again, and just like, let's use only the shit that works and kind of feeds into everything else.
It's very good.
It's incredible. Glad we got it on the Game of the Year list.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
There we go.
No spoiler.
Fantastic. Speaking of, all the Game of the Year podcasts have been out, so I suggest you go listen to them. Shouts out to Sean for doing the Lord's work and editing all those bad boys. Speaking about games that kind of spending maybe arguably too much time in, gang, I set out this winter break. I'm gonna go play Ghost of Yotei. I'm gonna go play Seance of Blake Manor. Gonna catch up on all these things I didn't get to play. Maybe I'll get into Sectori. I didn't do any of that.
You can't goon to any of those.
I didn't do this. Believe me, I was smashing the goons in this. That's a big water bottle.
That's too big.
Dan, are you okay?
You look like Baby Herman from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
That's what I was gonna say. You look. It does look like a prop from a cartoon.
It looks like an
water.
It looks like an entire barrel of oil. It looks
like it's water. It's good for you.
No, but it's like when someone is comically thirsty, that's what they drink. You know.
Yeah.
Jan, what were you playing?
I played too much Marvel Rivals over the break.
What's the most
why do you
recent
say too much?
Or skin? Is it Loki, Lady Loki, or whatever?
Oh, Lady Loki's blowing up. All these people that have never played Loki before are now suddenly playing as Lady Loki. Also, she's taller than regular Loki.
Would that make her worse? Like, isn't there more of her to hit?
Yes, but because she's hot, people just want to play as her.
Right? Yeah. They had a rogue recently, right?
Yes. Yeah. So here's the thing, gang. In class-based shooters like this, like Overwatch, Marvel Rivals, I only ever play support. I only ever play DPS. I never play tank or Vanguard, whatever it's called in Marvel Rivals. But on a whim, I decided, like, you know what? Let me go check out Rogue. I really like the X-Men. So let's try it out. And gang, let me tell y'all, I went sicko mode. And I don't know specifically why, but something just clicked about having a little bit more damage and kind of just being mad annoying to everyone and just straight up ISOs, zone defense, getting people out of the way, annoying being able to solo 3 healers and separating them away from the team and annoying them so much that I get an angry DM afterwards is such a great feeling. And here's the thing. I have played a bunch of Marvel Rivals at this point, and I've yet to ever dip into competitive or ranked because I just remember how I got as a person when I was doing that with League of Legends.
You've learned to respect yourself more.
Exactly. So I'm just going into quick match. It's very cash. When people get upsetty spaghetti, whatever, it's fine. But gang, for whatever reason, I am just clicking as a tank with Rogue in such a profound way. There was one match, gang. Just one match. And the game mode was just like a control point where you're just getting control of his zone, right? I don't know how this happened. I got 40 kills. You don't get that many kills in Marvel Rivals. And then, like, I shit you not, your boy was getting MVP pretty consistently.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
And if anyone else plays Marvel Rivals out there, generally the DPS person or the duelist will generally get the MVP because they're racking up all of the kills in that match. But I don't know what it is, gang. It just clicks in here. And also, Gambit is very fun to play. They got the voice actors from X-Men 97 for Gambit and for Rogue. It's really good.
Oh, shout out to AJ, my buddy.
I'll play
There
some
you go.
more Marvel Rivals. I can be down for that.
Here's the thing, though.
Moment.
Like,
Being
I
annoying
don't.
is so appealing to me. Like, love being annoying in those games.
Here's the thing. Like, I don't consider myself the best at video games, but I think I'm very good at this. Like,
Okay.
It sounds like it.
I was
40K is a lot.
I was watching like a video with a friend, and he was just watching over my shoulder, and I was like parsing out all of the information and all the tech they were trying to teach. Meanwhile, he's saying like, "What the fuck are you watching, dog? Like, this shit doesn't make sense. What's going on here? You're counting timers, you're counting cooldowns. Who am I?" Anyway, I posted this on Blue Sky, but Rogue has because her ability in the comic books is if she touches someone, she can steal their ability, or at least like disables them for a little bit. In Rivals, Rogue has a dash forward, which is a grab, and if you make contact, you steal that character's abilities. But I just made the best fucking grab because there's a character, Angela. She's in the Thor universe, originally from a different one. She's a flying character. I jumped off of a platform. She's about to fly and take off, and then I just grab her midair and just steal health from her. It was great. Also, Blade is sick as hell in this game, y'all.
Right.
Blade is just cool.
They've been added since I played last.
This
It
is
feels
the
like I just played.
45th character added. This game already has 45 characters.
Yeah,
That's
that's
wild.
crazy.
The pace they've been
Yeah,
going.
it's wild.
It's still not including Cyclops, even with that many people, and it's impressive.
I know.
And it never will.
Did I corner a dev at the TGAs talking about like why haven't you put my boy Cyclops in? I may have.
Yeah. What was the response? I need to know. What was the reasoning?
Panic.
Probably because like you're scared of me is what it is, you know.
Sure, right. Oh, you got 40 kills one time.
Didn't want to get it wrong and offend you.
Exactly. Gang, we're gonna take a quick bricky break, and we'll be back with more games and news right after this.
All right, dog. It's time to start the show. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, dude, I'm ready.
No, Grub. You look like you are in a den of inequity right now.
I don't know what that means, and I don't know what you want. It's not like I have a home studio, Jan.
Yes, you do. The computers that Main Gear built for us have NVIDIA GeForce RTX GPUs in them, and with the NVIDIA Studio drivers and NVIDIA Broadcast, you can turn even your man cave into a professional studio. Using Broadcast, you can upgrade your webcams, microphones, and speakers using the power of machine learning to take our shows, voice chats, and video conferences to the next level. You can use audio effects like noise removal.
Oh, yeah, I guess I have the fan on. Well, it's hot. I'm not going to turn that off. Let me just hit this right here. Is that any better, Jan?
Much better. We can clean up your shot with auto frame and video noise removal. And Grub, You can even make it look like you are paying attention using the eye contact tool.
So I could still watch my stories?
Yes, you can. NVIDIA Broadcast is a universal plugin that works with most live streaming, voice chat, and video conferencing apps. It's supported on any NVIDIA GeForce RTX GPU. And since I'm using the NVIDIA Studio drivers, I'll get stable optimized performance in Adobe Photoshop, DaVinci Resolve, and all the other apps that I need to use to fix our mistakes in post.
You know what? Thank you to Main Gear and NVIDIA for supplying our NVIDIA Studio PCs. NVIDIA Broadcast, your AI-powered home studio, and NVIDIA Studio, the software advantage for all creators. Jan, I'm not even looking at the camera at all right now.
Grub, stop looking at me.
I haven't looked at you forever.
And we have more video games to talk about. Oh, but one more thing about Marvel Rivals. Daredevil is also sick. I think I mentioned this briefly during the Game of the Year awards. But like he's blind in the game too. It's great. It's super sick. It's cool.
MVP, more like MVG, most valuable gooner.
Well, that was quite the leap, Mike.
What the hell, Mike? What was that?
I said it was funny during the break.
Now here's the thing. I saw Mike smirking to himself while Jan was talking, and I looked in the chat, and he gave that joke to the chat and got nothing.
Yeah, but he also did it to us during the break, and Backlar was like, "Oh, that's gonna play." And so for him to immediately throw him under the bus is the funniest thing that's happened so far this year.
It's a good
I know
move.
it's
I did that
early.
for you, Grub. I did that
I know
for you,
it's early.
Grub.
Thank you very much.
That was
got
good,
me.
Backler. Yes.
Oh man,
That was quite the leap, Mike. Kind of a jump and kind of a big hop, just like these two have been playing lately. I love this cute little frog guy. How's the game though? How's the hops? How's the tongue?
it is. It's real good. We could talk about the first half of the game because the embargo is not up quite yet. But he said the developer said we could talk about the first half and say that we have the game. It is out in 6 days, I think.
So if I'm just through the desert stuff, we're good to talk about all that, right?
I think so. Yes, I think you should be
Yeah,
good.
I still feel pretty early. I played a few hours. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I think Chuck beat it, and he said it was like 10 and a half hours. So I think we're both still in the first half, relatively speaking. The controls, the movement are so good. It's so on point. So you play as a little frog. You can jump. You can do like the Mario 64 style triple jump sort of thing, I think. He's got like a jump and a dive.
The dive, yeah.
He's got a wall run. He's got a tongue that can like be used as a grappling hook, and you can like swing. And then if you are swinging and you jump off at like the right tangent and hit the ground, you'll carry forward a ton of momentum, and you can use that to like jump and dive and carry the momentum forward even further. It's really, really, it just feels really good. And then I think the game around it does a good job of sort of emphasizing how fun it is to move around without getting in the way too much, at least so far. How about
I do like the format of it. I do like how, you're basically getting these, what are they, drips or whatever they're called, like these purple things, like instead of your stars. And, big open hub worlds and stuff like the desert and everything. I think the thing I'm struggling with sometimes is maybe it's the momentum is a little more loosey-goosey than I'm used to in a 3D platformer. Because, like, there are just times where it's like I will do the grapple and I'll try to like grapple into a wall run, and sometimes I don't know if it's the momentum or the angle, but like I'll like cling to the wall because the game will think I want to do a wall jump instead of a wall run, and then I'll just fall to my death. And like I've had a lot of times where that's happened like numerous times in a row. Like when it works, I think it all feels really good because you get that momentum going. You can do the jump and then dive to the next thing, and once you're chaining grapples together and all that, it can be great. But I have had a lot of deaths that I kind of felt were just like, oh no, I don't think the game could tell I was trying to run here.
Interesting.
Just misreading stuff. And a little bit of jank. I've gotten caught in some stuff.
Sure,
like, have you been to the parts where there's like the hay bales where they kind of burn and you have to like follow and wall jump up?
I don't think so. It continued my save from the demo a long time ago, and I'm not sure. So I kind of got like a little like, how far into this game am I even? So no, I don't know if I did that yet.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be silly to expect like a Mario level of polish from obviously a smaller team like this, but as someone who's very, very used to Mario platforming, I was getting a little frustrated with a lot of just like, oh, I just wanted to do the wall jump back and forth, but it thought I wanted the back wall, and then I just jumped to my death, or like lose a ton of progress falling off a thing. Like, I don't know. I was bumping into some stuff there, but not enough to like sour me on the game. I'm going to keep playing for sure.
Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
I don't know if I've hit as much of that stuff. I definitely feel, I know what you mean by the looseness of the physics a little bit. To me, it's like, when you do have that momentum from like swinging into a run, he just goes to the point where it's like, oh, I'm sort of just reacting to what's happening, And I think that there's enough movement capabilities that no matter what was happening, if I like threw myself off a ledge, I had a really good chance of consistently saving myself, which is always what I like in these games. Kind of like go too fast and suddenly you find yourself in a spot of trouble. Can you get yourself out of it by just like reacting without thinking? And I've done that a bunch of times, and that's kind of where I'm really enjoying the game.
Nice, lovely. Speaking about embargoed games, this one I believe we can also talk about, and I'm excited to hear about this as well. Romeo is a dead man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Backlar, we played up through a certain amount. Did you get through them all?
I got through them all.
Okay, so you're probably past me. I kind of got to the mall and started introducing like the bastard system and stuff like that. But you played a bit more if you want to start with that, Backlar.
Yeah. Okay. So, man, it's been a couple days since I've touched this game, so I'll have to like backtrack a little bit. This is a Grasshopper manufacturer, Suda 51, clusterfuck of a game.
Parentheses
I think
positive?
it's like
Positive.
Yeah, no, parentheses positive.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
it's been a minute since we've gotten what I think is like the pure, uncut, unadulterated sort of like Suda 51 experience. It's been a minute. I want to say what was the last game where he was like attached?
Was it Let It Die? Let It Die was that weird, like, was it free?
Yeah, that was
like
free.
the tower roguelike.
Yeah, isn't
Yeah.
they have a new one of those coming, don't they? With Uncle Death or whatever.
Yeah.
The skateboarding guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is not Let It Die. This is much more in the vein of like a No More Heroes kind of narrative, action adventure type of game. It is, I mean, stylized is such a stupid way to describe it. It is just over the top in like kind of every way that you could conceive, to the point where I'm just sort of like overwhelmed with unpredictable graphical choices, sound choices. Like there's just so much going on in this thing. So obviously there's no complaints from like the fidelity point of view. What you are actually playing feels very much is a third person action game that for me, for my experience so far, has controlled pretty well. I think it's got a loosey sort of like almost like a Dead Rising feel to it at times in terms of like whenever I think of like controlling Frank in Dead Rising, I think of something that's like real slippery, if that makes sense. Like there is a bit of like an ice, like you're on ice kind of thing. And there is maybe that's also like the 60 frames per second kind of like thing that you sort of get as a byproduct of that. There, to the point where you are kind of slashing and hacking zombie enemies where you kind of can't follow what you're looking at because there's so much particle effects. There's so much kind of like anarchy happening on screen. But you, long story short, you are basically someone who has to find your love interest through time and space, and you're
Her
doing
name's
it.
Juliet, and your name's
Yeah.
Romeo. I got that
Right.
right.
And you are doing it with the help of this like galactic council called the FBI.
On a spaceship that you return to, and it's all pixelated.
Yeah,
like,
They are actually the female body inspectors this time. It's very
yeah.
I don't know. I think like there's just so much, and there's like a really, I guess, kind of like surprising amount of variety in the places you'll visit and the sort of modes you'll encounter. The upgrade tree, the upgrade system rather, is like 3 different sort of tiers of experiences where like one of them is like you're sort of doing a Pac-Man style maze crawler where every time you spend currency to move an icon through a maze, and every time you touch like a heart, you get health, an HP improvement, but you can only move as far as you're willing to spend of this currency you have.
It's like you're buying like the fuel, like the stuff you get in the main game is basically your fuel for the mini game
to move the guy.
Like,
right.
Yeah.
It's wild. I mean, I've had 2 boss encounters that I've felt were pretty satisfying and over the top. I am enjoying what I am playing so far. I this is so fresh and sort of strange, and it's just the right kind of lunacy for me.
It's like the opposite of like, you know, all these games now like Yote and Last of Us where it's like, oh, there's like no HUD. It's super immersive. It's like, no, this is like the most HUD.
All
like there's
HUD,
just
yeah.
so much shit happening on the screen at all times. And like Backlar said, there's just times where like the whole like visual style will change. I will say the moment to moment, it feels very 360. So like Backlar, when you said Dead Rising, it's like, yep, that tracks for me. Like,
Yeah.
it feels like a Shadow of the Damned. It feels like a, you know, Dead Rising style.
Which,
like,
It
to be
looks-
clear,
No More Heroes is the real anchor point. It looks a
Yeah,
lot
of
like No
course,
More
of
Heroes.
course,
Yeah.
Shadows. I didn't play the remake of Shadows of the Damned, but that's like one of the only games I actually finished twice in its generation, where I was just
It's fun.
I love that game. But yeah, it is very much that, and I don't think I don't think there should be an expectation of like an evolution that leaves that so far in the rear view. I do think for all of the complicated systems at play, I've been able to wrap my head around it already, which I thought was surprising, especially considering how stoned I've been while playing this game.
The only one I wasn't able to figure out was the mini game upgrade thing where it's like, I'm going to put the green ingredients in here and I'm going to put the red ingredients in this machine. And like, I couldn't tell what the fuck was going on there. But then there's a whole like curry making simulator to like make your health items better and stuff. Like there's just so much going on
You
here.
grow zombies in a spaceship garden, and then you crossbreed those zombies.
That's the
to
best.
like
create-
chocobos.
Yeah.
Let me at this
yeah,
game.
I mean, this game,
Yeah,
look,
VMU.
I just think this game's just got so much sort of like, I don't know, it's just got stuff. It's
And the
fun.
stuff-
It is weird. It is so strange. It is like, you know, you're like, oh, you're doing like a cool 16-bit. Whoa, okay, now you're doing like crazy like vaporwave. Like there's just, it's all over the place. And I don't know. For me, I kind of think it's like a carnival of fuckery in the best possible way.
I love
It is,
carnivals.
and that is where it shines. Is like all the Suda stuff is where all the personality is. Because like and the moment to moment is very like light attack, heavy attack, and then you can aim a gun and shoot. You know, so it is the moment to moment is kind of that just kind of like 360 action game thing. But it is all wrapped in so much Suda that you can't help but be kind of like taken back by it in a good way.
Yeah, you know, I do think, you know, again, we're only so many hours in, and it's like, I do like, you know, when you grow the bastards and you could use the bastards at your disposal, right? So you're sort of like saying, and they have these cooldowns, and these bastards are just sort of like turrets, right? They're like zombies that turn into turrets, or a zombie that like blasts a laser beam in 5 directions out of their body for a second. So, you know, you do have that layered sort of combat in your arsenal as well. You can choose between different guns and different sword/lightsaber weapons and swap between those at the same time. You can upgrade all of those in their own individual sort of paths as well. There's just a lot. I'm with you. Like the moment to moment stuff, you know, definitely feels like that. And you're also juggling not just between the spaceship 8-bit world, you're also juggling a sort of like real world and then an upside down, like a digital upside down, right, with the regular world that you have to collect parts of a key for. Man, I wouldn't want to have to explain this to people in a way that you know, puts them in a sort of comforting position. It's one of those things where it's like you have to watch this to experience it, to play it. I'm excited to see it all the way through, though. I think it's really exciting.
There's also like a million wrestling references in it. So
Weird.
Suda likes
Hell
wrestling.
yeah.
At one point, the girl Juliet says something about like you could call us the NWO, and it does the caps like the
In the wrong
cap
case,
stuff, and
yeah.
it's like,
In the opposite case, it was like capital N, right?
I think one of the currencies is like the Emerald Flosion, which is a wrestling move, and like it's a lot of that going on. Yeah,
and I do think they are tipping the hat to like Back to the Futures very specifically. A lot of times, like you're sort of on this quest with your ghost grandfather helping you, and he is represented by the patch on the back of your jacket. And that is like an animated person. He is encapsulated. His spirit and personality is alive and well inside your jacket, which that fucking rules. It's also like, it kind of surprised me with how like wildly gory it is at times, right? Like especially the game over screen is like Raiders of the Lost Ark melting face stuff, where you're just like, wow, I wasn't expecting that. What happened? What's going on? But it works. Everything works in this, and I think that's it's really cool. I'm glad this
excited.
exists.
I'm
glad this is a thing.
I want to see this. I want to see this.
When's this coming out?
February.
I don't know.
Something. I just
February, yeah.
It's February. Yeah.
Yeah, February 11th. There you go.
Coming up.
Oh, all right.
Just in time for Valentine's Day. When we're going to need it the most.
Yeah, I hope there's a Prince of Cats in this game.
I'm sure. Like, it's possible. You know, it's possible.
Man, lovely. It sounds like my jam, just like Mike Minotti's been playing one of the most my jam games. You've been playing Bloodborne.
Yes. This is actually my final incentive when I did my Kingdom Hearts marathon stream for our Extra Life, was that I would play this again. Because over the last couple of years, I played through all the other FromSoft Souls-like games, the Dark Souls, the Demon Souls, Sekiro. I've done Elden Ring before. This was the only one I actually had played before. I played this back when it came out. I played all the way through it. I remember I liked it, but I was never one of those, like, this is one of the best game ever kind of people. So coming back to it now, after I've done all those other ones, it was a very different experience. Like, the first time I was struggling so much, right? Because I just wasn't used to these kind of games. Having played all these other ones, it's almost bizarre how relatively easy the game is. Like, I still die, but mostly the stages. Like, there were very few bosses that would be like more than 2, maybe 3 attempts for me anymore. But that didn't mean like it was like more boring. I just actually really liked that flow state I was getting into. It was also the first time I did the DLC, and the DLC is the best part of the game. Like, all the bosses in that one. Ludwig, the big horse guy with the giant, blue blade that's in all these games. Lady Maria, the orphan, like, those fights were all immaculate, and they felt good. So it was worth doing again just to finally play all of that DLC stuff. Also, 30 frames per second. I thought that would really bother me when you first start the game up. It bothered me, and then you get used to it very quickly. Actually, it's not an issue. Like, not even like to the point where like, oh, every time I start the game up again, I gotta get used to it again. It's like, no, I like got used to it kind of forever with the game. As much as I complain about 30 frames per second, and I do, it was like, don't not play this game because that's a roadblock to you in your mind. Because I'm going to wait for a PC port. That probably isn't happening for years still. Just go find a way to play Bloodborne now. It's fine. You'll get used to that frame rate. It's still a very pretty game in a lot of ways. And, the atmosphere, the whole kind of Victorian, evil, spooky werewolf vibe of the game still works wonders. It's probably more interesting to me than the usual dark medieval tone of the usual From Software stuff.
I think Andy Cortez bought a like $1,500 PlayStation 4 that would like unlock the frame rate that was hacked or something, so you could play it in 60 frames per second. Are you saying that was maybe a misuse of funds?
I'm sorry. He did what?
He bought like a very expensive PlayStation that was hacked, so you could.
Andy's
play
a sicko. We know this.
Well,
that's real sicko stuff. I didn't know he was that.
Well, apparently, like, just normal PS4 emulation is also just getting there anyway.
Yeah,
so you don't need to go to that.
Like the last year, it's gotten there. Yeah.
Yeah, so hey, you can look at that avenue as well. Actually, one of the reasons why I even like did this was because I was able to buy a physical copy of the game for super cheap over the holidays. So I was like, let's plug this thing.
At least you got one physical game for cheap. That's good.
Yeah. No, you're still reeling at my Burning Rangers purchase from that vlog. Right?
No, I just, like I said, I just want you to haggle. I want you to get these guys down, man.
I haggle a little bit because I hate haggling, but I know I'm supposed to.
Yeah, but you Disney haggle, which is like, here's my wallet. Give me back what you think I deserve.
I literally will do like, look, I'm buying like 3 things. You give me like $10 off. That's my haggling. I'm sorry.
You validate parking? Cool.
I hate it. I hate haggling. Tell me what it's worth.
What do you mean you hate haggling?
I hate it. I'm not here to negotiate. I want to buy things.
You are at a trade show, which is by definition the epitome of haggling.
There's no rules, Mike. You can make the rules.
No rules.
That's a completely different skill set that I have never invested in or been interested in my life.
You're the bad boy.
Yeah, you're the bad boy, and I think because of said bad boy status, you could get away with more. You could charm. I'm telling you, man.
It's not about charming, though. That's what I don't like about it, because I saw this the first time I went. There was a guy. I went to his booth. I bought like 3 things, paid normal price. I was very nice and polite. Guy behind me, It's like a real big jerk about it, really having like, I'm looking up on this site, taking up too much time, being like, this is worth this, blah, blah, blah. And he saves $50 because of it. It's bullshit. We should not reward bad behavior and assholery. Tell me
But
what
it's
you
also
want
due
for it.
diligence. It's also like, because sometimes I've been to a million game stores where it's like, okay,
Well,
I know how much this game is worth, and it doesn't have the
It
case.
doesn't,
It
be
doesn't
clear,
have the
Mike does
manual.
that.
Yeah.
Mike, every time,
Yeah.
Mike check the price of the thing before.
Yeah, and if
Okay,
it's not
okay.
that price, I won't buy it from them. That's what I do.
Was it in like pristine condition?
The Brain Rangers, yeah, it's in great condition. Yeah, I'll look
Now-
at that stuff. I'll see
Okay,
if the
there's-
manual's in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Mikey, the flip side
Yeah,
of that.
he's not like Mr. Magoo in this
No,
stuff,
no, no,
guys.
no.
Like,
Okay.
he's not-
No,
he
I
just
don't
isn't
accuse him of
haggling. Yeah,
magooing. No,
yeah.
of course not.
I will say, Mikey, sometimes also the sellers themselves kind of dicks, kind of jerks.
Yeah, I know, but you don't have to match people's dickery just to get along in the world.
You know what though?
We're
A
not
lot of
talking about
these
matching
sellers-
dicks. We're talking right. We're talking about protecting your neck. We're talking about protecting yourself.
A lot of these
Right, he
sellers
doesn't know
aren't
Wu-Tang.
that. There
I
was
was
like a
just-
guy was like, this is my son's collection, and I think the son is. Here's another one that died. I think he's dead.
Yeah,
so he brought
right.
like his whole family to sell all the stuff, and they were super nice and cool. And there's another, obviously, just like a family operation. I don't know. It's the Midwest. It's
There's
different
some,
out here.
yeah. Look,
It's different. We
It's
know
the
where
Midwest,
the
there are
Midwest
actors,
as
though.
well.
It's the only
There are
place
bad
people
actors in
die.
that
yeah,
space.
maybe in your coastal game convention,
Yeah.
everybody's real
Your
jackass.
elitist game convention.
Yeah, I don't know. I should play
Uh,
Birdie Rangers this year. That's my resolution. Is actually play some of these games I bought that cost too much money.
Mike, and you've been playing a lot of games, and another one you've been playing is Final Fantasy Tactics: The Evilise Chronicles.
Yeah, this was kind of my big holiday game. Finally diving into this. For as much as I love Final Fantasy, I've never played much of Tactics,
Oh,
any version of it. So yeah, really excited that they announced this remake. And then even when it came out, I didn't quite get to it right away. I was just busy with other things. So this was a perfect opportunity. After I beat Metroid Prime 4, I put this in. And yeah, it turns out this is a fantastic video game. I can see why everybody has always been really excited about it. And I'm also like the remake, the voice acting
Mm.
is so good. And it's
Mhm.
just, all looking good and running well. So it just seems like they did a really good job with all of that stuff. I'm not familiar enough with the base game to notice like smaller changes or script changes or things like that. But just what I'm playing is a fantastic experience. The story is super interesting. It's always fun when you get to another chapter. There's always some kind of intrigue happening. I'm always excited to get to the next bit of story content. And I like that it is a game where I have to grind a bit. Games with job systems usually are that. So you have to get those job points so you can level up your jobs. I don't know why, but getting job points is somehow even more exciting than getting experience points.
No,
I
I'm
get
with
You're
you.
not wrong.
I'm
You're
so
not
with
wrong.
you.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I get the point now where like builds are really coming together. Like I've gotten to ninja, so I have a bunch of people that can dual wield weapons now. Yeah, I've got summoner. I got arithmetician, and I know I've been told that that's maybe good, but I look at it and it's scary and confusing. I don't know if
2026,
It's like
Mikey.
going into a new island in Mist.
Yeah,
Mist. Eventually,
it's-
you're going to get it.
It's the year of calculus, guys. We're gonna get really into math this year.
Okay.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay.
I just started chapter 3 now, so I've been making some pretty good proggies in there. I think tonight I'm going to spend a lot of time actually grinding out some more job points to get through. Because even with the grind, like I'll hit some roadblocks. At the end of chapter 2, there were a couple fights.
Yes.
They're pretty. There was one where I had to fight Gothgarian, and then there were also 2 like time mages casting slow on people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, do I need to like take down Gothgarian as fast as possible because he's so tough and he can heal himself? Or do I need to like figure out a way to take out these time mages right away? Because if they slow my party, I'm basically dead. Just figuring out all these little things. And sometimes even changing up my party jobs on the fly to better suit what a battle's going to be. Like you can't just, even like a normal Final Fantasy, lots of you can kind of just brute force it. You can push X a lot, right? And then it's only bosses where you're casting spells and thinking about things. Here at every battle, you're making a lot of meaningful turn-by-turn choices.
It's worth it to have like someone who knows the game really well to like ask them questions. Was just definitely something I was doing when I was trying to be like, am I supposed to be grinding this much? I feel like I am. And they're like, yes, that's totally normal.
Yep.
In fact, you should find a place where you like grinding and kind of like lean into it then. I'm like, okay, great. That's what I was doing. So it's just like sanity checks every once in a while is important. And someone who knows the game really well can help with that.
Fantastic. But that's not it for games. Folks, if you listened to day 4 of our Game of the Year deliberations, you may remember that Mike Minotti rode very hard for 2 Point Museum. So he went back and played 2 Point Campus. Mikey, what's
Yes.
the verdict?
Yeah, as much as I love 2 Point Museum, I'd actually not played the previous ones. First was 2 Point Hospital, then was 2 Point Campus. So I thought I'd check out Campus. I think running a school would be more fun than a hospital. Hospitals are sad, there's bad things happen there. Nothing bad happens at a school.
Hospitals are way better than schools.
Way better.
I would
See,
live in a
this is the
hospital before
guy,
I went.
right.
Oh,
I
I
know,
love
I
hospitals.
know.
I hate schools. Yes.
Yep.
So I was just curious to see like what the differences and similarities would be. And starting it up, like very similar. You're sort of building rooms for specific needs. Here instead of building like an like a research room or a cafeteria or a souvenir room, build a dormitory, build a lecture hall, build a classroom, student rec center. So that stuff all felt okay. Oh yeah, these systems seemed very similar at first. What started feeling a lot different was when I went to the next campus, because in these games you have multiple maps you go to. When I went to the next campus, like the first one was more of a general, it was like a science school. Then the next one was a culinary school. I was like, ooh, how is this going to feel different? And not too different, at least, from the couple hours I played. Things didn't change up all that much. The same when I went to my third school, which was like a robot school. Whereas at 2 Point Museum, like the different museums I was building had kind of very different mechanics going on. A lot of that tied into the expeditions, which is a whole system not here, where you're sending out employees to go find exhibits or fish for your aquarium or whatever to bring back and then put on display in your museum. So yeah, there's like a lot of that DNA there, but somehow it almost feels like 2 Point Museum is the game that this was all building up to in some way. Like this was the best use of the systems that they did develop there. Having said that, I was still having a lot of fun with Campus. Just even like doing satisfying things like actually making a copy paste dorm room like you actually would in real college, making one dorm room, making it as small as possible to fit in 2 beds and the desk, right? And then just copy pasting that. So I had a whole dorm like row there. I don't know why. Some of that stuff's just very satisfying. And the whole 2 Point aesthetic and vibe, it's kind of chill. It's trying to be funny, but not like, obnoxiously so. It's just got this weird British sense of humor in the background that is amusing, and I enjoy that. So, yeah, I think I might even check out some more of Campus. Kind of want to go back to Museum because they have added some stuff to that game since I last played it. I'm a big fan of this series now. I'm very curious to see what we are going to get next from them. 2 Point Mall gets thrown around a lot. I think that'd be super
That'd be
fun.
great.
Especially, I think mall nostalgia is going to be at an all-time high as more and more of them close. So yeah, it was a good time.
If they do 2 Point theme park, there has to be like a roller coaster builder first, right? It can't just be like focusing on the themes and stuff
that's
like
what's
that.
weird because like when there was Sim theme park, that one was not as like you made roller coasters, but not to the level of a roller coaster tycoon or
Okay.
a Planet Coaster. Now it
But
was
maybe
much
that'd be the
more about this
expectation.
management stuff, really.
Okay.
Which it's hard because stuff like Planet Coaster does just have all that management stuff.
Right.
And I almost feel like you skip theme park. I feel like Planet Coaster
Yeah.
just has that on lockdown. Honestly,
agree.
I don't know.
Cemetery.
There you
Okay.
go.
Indeed.
Yeah.
It's a very quiet, chill place to hang out at.
Yeah,
I would
build a
play that. That would get me to
crematorium.
play that, Mikey. There
There
you
you
go.
go. Okay, I'll get a dark edge. I like it.
Right.
There we
Just
go.
hire various goths to do tasks for you. Yeah.
Yes, more goths in dev, please.
You get them from the Hot Topic at 2 Point Mall.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Sure.
Hot Topics are not as scary as they used to be. I'll
No.
say that. They used to be
No.
full of goths, but now they're just full of people wearing anime t-shirts.
Yeah, very anime heavy, right? Like first it was full goth, then you had that Nightmare Before Christmas era and influence
Yeah.
got pop culture-y. Now that same brand has opened up the other store. God, I can't think of the name right.
Spencer's?
Lunchbox. Box lunch.
Box
Box
lunch.
lunch.
And that's where like a lot of the that's where they put all of the Disney and like the Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings stuff now. So like that stuff is not in proper
So the
Hot
less
Topics
savory
container.
stuff has to go to Hot Topic. Okay.
Right, exactly. So Hot Topic has like Chainsaw Man and
It's-
the
I can't
Digital
believe-
Circus or whatever.
I can't believe it's still around. Like, I can't
Yeah,
believe
but-
Hot Topic
yeah.
like survived.
Right. They're like one of the few things that are in most malls that still exist. Like the Sbarro isn't even open anymore, but
Oh.
Hot Topic is. And
Incredible.
Spencer's. There's still a lot of Spencer's gifts.
Spencer's
I
is
went
even
to
older than
Spencer's-
Hot Topic.
Yeah, and I like you walk into Spencer's and it's like I remember having to walk a few more feet before I got to the dildos. Now it's like pretty
they're
much
not ashamed about it now.
It's dildo forward at this point. So
I mean, it's probably what they're selling most of is probably the dildos and the sleeves.
For actual use or for gags?
Wait,
I think often for gags. I mean, at least when I was in high
reverse
school,
dildos.
people would buy sex toys from Spencer's as a gag. I don't know if people are actually using them.
Just the way that you lingered on the word sleeves, Mike, just got
yeah,
me.
I thought that's what you keep your dildo in.
No,
No.
like to keep your
Not like a
human
sheath
penis.
for a
in.
dildo.
Yeah, like a sheath. Yeah, a dildo sheath.
sheath.
Yeah.
Okay, news.
All right.
It's a weird store,
Learn something new
Spencer's.
every day.
I need to start insulting people by calling them a dildo sheath.
wow.
No,
Like
look over
Rizzo.
here, you dildo sheath.
They probably should have sheaths. It's weird that they kind of just float around.
That's
like
just like
drawers.
As far as we
dildos.
know, who knows?
No, I don't think people are just raw dogging them in their sock drawer. I think they have like
It comes
a
with
soft
the
case.
iPhone sock. Like if the
Yeah, like a velvet case.
It's
for
got-
sure.
They're repurposing the Wii remote sleeve.
All right, I have news. CES is happening. There was
And
a
what are they
Shit, that's
doing?
right. I gotta go. I gotta go.
Wow, Bachelor!
Look at the fridges.
Sleeper
Look at the
agent
fridges!
bachelor.
I was just activated. Oh my god.
The
And people need
funnest
me.
thing, the funnest,
Hold on,
dumbest thing
real
I
quick.
saw.
Was
Oh, yeah, please.
is there dildo tech at CES?
Oh, certainly.
But before my departure, that was an emerging category. In more ways than one. It was at some point. It was the second VR was a thing. Everyone's like, "We're gonna try and fuck stuff now." And
Yeah.
CES for like 2 years in a row was like, "Yeah, guess what? You want to fuck technology as much as you want to play with it, don't you?" And that was a thing for a while. The best was CNET and its hesitation, where it's like, "Do we cover this? Do we cover the fuckable robot? Do we do all that?" And it's like, yeah, I mean, like people, like it's okay. People fuck, people do these things. Like you probably should. That was a big scandalous conversation for a while.
They had a booth at one of the later E3s, like in the maybe 2017, 2018, where it was like a Naughty America VR booth or something, like on the outskirts of one of the halls. And it's like they had demos set up. And so it's just like you're looking, and it was like busy. There were like a ton of people all around this headset. Just right in the middle of a show floor. I mean, they weren't like whacking off, but
it was like official, like approved butt tumblers right there in the middle of the thing.
Exactly. Yes. That was a weird thing to see on a show floor. Someone's like, yes, like notepad.
Indeed, that is a lady's butthole. Interesting.
When I was at Gaze Beat, I would love Dean there because like technology was technology. So I'd be like, oh hey, I'm gonna check out. He's like, yes, I'm going to Ubisoft and I'm heading over to Vixen and they've got some VR sex stuff. I'm like, all right, that's great.
I mean, why not?
Dean has the energy of in Minority Report, the guy that's like getting the lap dance and the cops break in and he's like, oh, I didn't do it. He's got the energy of that guy.
Wait, I know exactly. How many rings does Dean rock?
Oh my god.
There was a Saints Row the Third E3 party that had attendees including Sasha Grey and Hulk Hogan.
Who's that first one? I'm not familiar.
Oh yeah. Right,
I'm not sure. I don't know.
She's a Twitch streamer.
She's a streamer. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. The best thing I saw was a Raiden hat that has a solar panel on the roof of the hat, so you could walk around charging your stuff. So it literally harnesses electricity like Raiden. But
just like Raiden.
Yeah.
Just like Raiden.
That's how he does it. Yeah.
Let's be clear, this is not a Mortal Kombat branded item, right?
No, it's just a hat that looks like it should be. Anyway, Intel
Did you
is
see the
launching-
Lego stuff?
What Lego
what's
stuff?
the Lego stuff?
The Lego stuff's
There's, like-
apparently cool.
There's
What Lego stuff?
they're calling it like smart bricks. There's just bricks, Lego bricks with like chips inside of them, and they're gonna be using a thing called Play Engine, and I think it's just like a
what
lot of
end?
like in the same like toys to life sort of stuff. I think.
Oh, if you like maybe have it like on a certain like pad, if you had it on the Scott, what's the damn Spyro spinoff, Mike?
I mean, they Lego
Oh,
Dimensions.
Skylanders.
Yeah,
Skylanders.
you put
There
on the
was a Lego
Skylanders
one.
power
There's Lego
pad, it's gonna-
Dimensions.
Yeah, it's just Lego Dimensions. Okay.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I mean, it's like sound effect stuff, lighting effect stuff. They explored some of this with the Mario stuff, right? I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there's a little bit that doesn't seem super.
I mean, I'm keeping CES beyond arm's length here, and I feel like this is the one thing that has permeated into the normie conversation about what has come out of that show so far.
Yeah, there's right. The when you get into the sicko stuff, like the PC hardware stuff, it is kind of grim because of everything that's happening over there. Intel does have a new PC chip that is Panther Lake. I think it's Panther Lake. And really, the whole thing with this is them. I know. They name them all after real lakes. There's not a lake called Panther Lake.
We're getting closer to like Brian Fantana made up colognes and Intel's architecture.
Sex Panther Lake, yeah.
Right,
Sex
like
Panther,
what's happening here?
Intel Core Ultra Series 3 chips that they are going to plan to use for handheld PCs. So they're going to try to get into that game alongside AMD and I guess NVIDIA if you count the Switch too. And so that it's like there's one of their GPUs, one of their good discrete GPUs is built into this platform now. And that'll be nice to have some competition in that space, a space that I still am very interested in seeing how it grows. NVIDIA had DLSS 4.5, which I think this is like also indicative of where we're at, where it's like their big announcement was an improvement to the technology that you can get on all of their RTX GPUs that you already own, because you're probably not going to be buying a new one. They're going to be insanely expensive. They're cutting production by 30% for this year. They're bringing back the 3060. Apparently,
that's crazy. When I saw that, what?
Bring back the 3060. Can you imagine like what that's going to cost if that thing is like $500 to $700 in 2026? How gross that's going to be to see. So that's where we're at. So instead, be excited because a DLSS 4.5. If you have a 50 series, you get all the bells and whistles, including 6x frame generation, which will play nice. So it's like they can generate 6 frames for every 1 frame. The latency's got to be bad on that because latency's kind of noticeable on frame generation already, but I don't know, maybe in some games that won't matter. But they did also talk about a G-Sync Pulsar, which is the new generation of G-Sync, where they are using some strobing backlight technology that I didn't understand. Basically, they're trying to get it to a point where it's like you're going to have super high fidelity motion clarity up to 1,000 frames or 1,000 hertz of refresh rate. So that you can get like awesome experiences in esports games and stuff like that. So I want to see it, but like whenever I've done anything from 60 to 120 and then 120 to 240, the sort of like return on that is less and less with every new frame per second. I'm not sure if I'm going to notice the difference between 240 and 1,000.
And is that going to require hardware to play along with that?
So I think if you have, I believe if you have a newer GPU from them, you'll be fine. You will need this is a whole new series of monitors.
Monitors, and like, right? Okay.
Asus and Acer and a handful of others are going to be making them. And like, you know, motion clarity, that is the one place where it's like, oh, we have a lot of great technology. OLEDs look so good and HDR is really good. Motion clarity, like from frame to frame, has actually not been as good as it's been on the best CRTs at the end of the CRTs up to this point. This sounds like this might actually do something about that. But again, I've only begun to look into this. No one's seen it outside of their demonstrations at CES. So let's get some real world experience and see what happens there. Resident Evil Requiem's NVIDIA trailer, as part of all this, did tease a big new environment. Let's see. Capcom released a new video of Resident Evil Requiem. Showcasing the game's path tracing visuals with NVIDIA graphics cards and offering a glimpse of a new city environment, likely Renwood. Insider claims suggested that the game will feature big open levels. This might be that part of the game. Like obviously we've seen a lot of corridors that are not big and open, but there were some rumors that they would have big open areas. Sounds like the city could be something along those lines, although I would not expect open world. Open zone is probably what we're talking about here.
Yeah. It's interesting watching this because, you know, like Resident Evil 3, you're in city streets a lot, but it's Raccoon City. It's mostly deserted. It's all monsters. Here we're seeing, you know, people walking through a normal kind of city with actual people walking around. Yeah, in this trailer, at least, it obviously looks absolutely insanely gorgeous. So hopefully it'll actually look like that when we're playing the game. I know the RE engine has felt pretty heavy on games, especially games that do open up. So I'm just hoping we don't really have those issues with RE9.
Yep. Let's see here. Sony AI patent will see PlayStation games play themselves when players are stuck. People are freaking out about this ghost player AI technology for PlayStation games that would allow an AI generated version of the player character to demonstrate solutions to puzzles called guide mode. Um, People pointed out this has happened in Nintendo games for years and years and years and years, called Super Guide. I think they had a patent on this. Maybe it wasn't the same solution. This is using AI, whatever that means. I think Nintendo just has scripting that just has them do it for you automatically and shows you what it looks like. This kind of stuff is going to pop up more and more frequently. But I don't know. I just won't use it. That's kind of how I feel about it. I guess I don't know why people are freaking out necessarily. The Witcher 3 is reportedly getting a surprise new expansion this year. Reports suggest that CD Projekt Red is working with the team that is over at Fool's Theory that is remastering The Witcher 1 or remaking The Witcher 1. And that team is also making an expansion for The Witcher 3 that'll be out in May. This is according to some analysts in Poland and some insiders in Poland who seem to have a lot of reporting on this game in the studio. To me, this is not that surprising. Feels like the kind of thing that we're going to see more of. If you have a game like The Witcher 3 that just sells forever and ever, and you want to get people excited about some other things happening in that series, like the eventual Witcher 4, which is coming, and this Witcher 1 remake, why wouldn't you do something like this? Is this something that you guys are interested in?
Yeah, I mean, I liked Witcher 3 a lot. I haven't even played the other DLC, and apparently that Blood and Wine is the greatest DLC ever created for a game, right? People like that a ton. So there'd be a lot of interest in another one of these.
Yeah.
Especially, if it gets received well. Yeah, I think it makes a ton of sense. I don't want to say this is almost more exciting than a Witcher 4, because there's a ton of potential there. But people know Witcher 3. They understand that game's systems. Just giving them some more content in that world is going to be really appealing to a ton of people.
Maybe this is the opportunity I take to dive into The Witcher 3.
Sure.
Game.
Yeah. People love those DLCs. So it's if this can keep that going in any way, people will be very excited, would be my guess. Monster Hunter Wilds on Nintendo Switch 2 evidence grows, including a glimpse of how it could run. Data miners reportedly found references in a recent PC update for Monster Hunter Wilds that suggest Capcom may be planning a release for the Nintendo Switch 2. The uncovered text strings and graphic presets point to a potential Switch 2 port running at 30 frames per second with DLSS enabled. One reported graphics option for the docked Switch 2 suggested the game could run at 1080p with better fidelity than the PC's very low preset.
Sure.
This aligns with Capcom's strong support for the Switch 2 so far. They said as much, hey, we want to put everything on the Switch 2. This is the one that people are still surprised by because of its performance on PCs. And so it's what does that look like? But of course, they're also trying to update it for PCs still and make it run better on there. Maybe this is part of that.
Yeah, it's going to be funny either way. If this comes out and is a mess, it's wow, what the heck are we doing here? If it comes out and runs great, it's almost well, how'd you make that happen? Why was this such a struggle on high-end PCs? And now it looks pretty good on Switch too. I mean, it makes sense to do it. Part of me almost wishes we would just get a Monster Hunter Rise 2, something specifically made for the Switch, something that was a bit more straight to the gameplay, like that one was, not as story focused. That was a bit more my jam.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Where it's I would be more excited if we were talking about a Rise 2 or the equivalent on Switch. But they probably aren't ready for that, and they probably intended to support this game for a very long time. And this is part of that.
Or even just a Rise Switch 2 edition. I would actually be pretty into that. I'd be pretty excited to see that game running at a better frame rate on Switch 2.
That'd be cool.
Over the holidays, 007 First Light was delayed by 2 months. It's now in the time frame, basically the same day that Grand Theft Auto 6 was supposed to come out, really a day later. But they took that time once that game was delayed to delay their own game, get a little bit of extra time. This is IO Interactive's first game that's not a Hitman in quite some time. I think it looks promising, but I bet they need every day they can get to sort of polish it and make sure it's as good as it possibly can be. Because my understanding is making a game like this is the kind of thing where you can get some high highs into your game, but not all of it's going to come together in your first entry. It's always the sequel that gets all the benefit of learning everything. So I bet they want to avoid as much of those low lows as they can, and a few extra months can probably help with that. So we'll see. And then finally, Final Fantasy IX character designer Toshiyuki Itahana, Itahana, there we go, quits Square Enix. He said it was time. He's with the Square Enix for over 30 years, and he basically just said, yeah, now is the time to go. And that's a long time to be anywhere. And I'm sure it's like this is just the normal sort of thing of, hey, let's retire, get out of here, move on to something new. But also probably final nail in the coffin of Final Fantasy IX, or doesn't mean anything for a Final Fantasy IX
I was
remake.
gonna say he's leaving because they didn't remake Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
IX.
maybe. I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah,
You
I don't
think,
know
Mike?
if this has much to do. Like, I don't think Final Fantasy IX remake is happening anymore. To be honest, I don't know
Right,
if
it's
this
not.
has too much to do with it. Still sad. I love his art and like the sort of more fanciful, kind of fun, colorful aesthetic that he brought to Final Fantasy IX, as opposed to, Nomura's a bit more realistic, darker take. I think that's what makes 9 stand out so much to me. So I love his art a lot. I hope as a freelancer he'll get to contribute to other games. He can still contribute to Square Enix games as a freelancer if he wants to. But yeah, he's done a lot of great work. He definitely deserves to get to call his own shots.
Last thing I didn't include, there was a canceled Mega Man Golf project from 2018. They were going to make a Mega Man plus Capcom Golf.
What?
And
That sounds awesome.
That sounds
it
cool.
sounds very good. Like it was going to center on Mega Man, but I guess we have other Capcom stuff.
Like
There's
Phoenix,
like
right?
leaked concept art came out yesterday. I would love to have seen this, but
Phoenix Wright would have been a character. Oh, this would have been amazing. Here's Frank West using like a baseball bat with barbed wire on it as his golf club. Oh,
it's our
2D,
fault for not
though.
it's a 2D sort of like desert golf kind of thing. It's our fault for not having Golf Week back in 2018 to really show them how important this could have been.
That's a good point. It
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yep.
Honestly, I think I prefer if they just made it more like a real golf game with that kind of stuff, though.
Make it Mega Man Legends Golf and go
yeah.
from there.
This concept art looks cool, though. Clearly running on the Mega Man 11 engine, I think it looks like.
Yep.
Yeah, they should have done that.
That does it for the news. Jan, back over to you.
Fantastic. Gang, we're going to take another quick bricky break, and we will be back with emails and YouTube Super Chats if we got any. We'll see you right after this.
We do.
Emails. Bombcast at giantbomb.com is the email address to send your emails to. You can write in about any and everything. I appreciate every single email that gets sent in. Thank you for all the kind words. Thank you for all the Happy New Year's and the Happy Holidays. Let's get to the first email, and that comes from Mike from Loveland. Happy New Year to Los Bombas Grandes. I'm going to say that should be Gigantes. New Year has me thinking about the passage of time. While most of the crew falls along the spectrum of millennial, except for Bacalar, who I think is a member of the silent generation and a Korean war vet.
Thank you for your service, Jeff.
What does that even fucking mean, emailer?
It's really old.
I'm
my
97
grandpa.
years old.
Turbo
God,
Sean is
yeah.
like Doogie Howser compared to y'all. He often loves the same series as the rest of the crew, but finds a different entry to be the iconic one. Sort of like how everyone's favorite SNL cast is the one they had in high school. What are some examples of long-running series where your favorite entry is based on the age you played it and not the actual comparative qualities it possesses? Love you. Love the show. Mike from Loveland.
Is Link to the Past? I mean, that's always my go-to, but also I was like the perfect age, and it was like
Yeah.
the most nostalgic. You know, it's,
Yeah, I bet there's not many like Zelda fans who are in their 20s right now who would think Link to the Past is the best Zelda game.
I think
Fair.
it's probably a fair amount, but you're right. The majority would be other
Right.
games they played when they
And-
were a kid. Yeah.
And even I would probably say Breath of the Wild ultimately, but like Link to the Past is that
Yeah.
nostalgia choice. You know,
It's
I mean,
a little weird because
yeah.
there's some series like Mario. Like I think the best one's Mario Odyssey. I think it's the last one still, not necessarily the ones
Ooh.
I played when I was a kid.
For me, I probably have more of reverence for not Final Fantasy, Mega Man Battle Network versus the regular Mega Man games.
Yeah. Well, that one's interesting because, like, to me, it's like Mega Man 3, Mega Man 2, Mega Man X. Like, you bring up Battle Network, Sean likes Legends. Like, that's the one that I think is the most nostalgic for, right? So, yeah, there's a little bit of a shift there for sure. I wonder with Final Fantasy, because I feel like people around my age Usually it's one of the PS1 ones or Super Nintendo ones that they think is absolutely the best. But like part of me is like, I mean, are there really like young 20-year-olds who are like 15, man, that's the best one? Nothing comes close to it. I don't know.
I would say for me, if we're doing Final Fantasy, I like 10.
Yeah, 10 is also really good. And like that's yeah.
I wonder if younger gamers definitely go to Metal Gear 5.
Nah, that one's such a weird series because everyone kind of plays them all and stuff. So
I wonder how much do younger gamers like Metal Gear Solid? Is almost like there are a lot of 20-something Metal Gear Solid fans these days.
I think it's brought up a lot in terms of just like, how prescient 2 was and things.
I bet Resident Evil would be a good one for this because Resident Evil is a series that's had like all-time entries throughout multiple decades of existence.
I mean, a good example, Kayla. Granted, she's probably not the standard anything, but she is younger and she just played through all of them and she thought Village was her favorite.
Yeah, like and
hated 1 and 2.
I was like, I love Resident Evil 4 Remake, but like after that, like the first Resident Evil Remake on the GameCube, I'm like, that is so peak. That's amazing. And I wonder if the younger people still feel as much about that, or to them, like Resident Evil 2 Remake or Resident Evil 7 is significantly
I feel
better.
that way about 4, Mike. I mean,
4 Remake is so freaking good.
No, or the original when you're talking, because that's the spirit of what this psychotic emailer wrote. It's like that playing that on GameCube for me was just like
that was huge,
seared into my memory.
I mean, that's the one where it's like, I'm like, oh, I love Resident Evil. Turns out, it's Zelda's the poster child for this question. It's Zelda. It's everyone's favorite Zelda's the one you play when you were 12. It's the sentence that people have said for forever. I think that's changed a little bit recently because of Breath of the Wild, but there's a reason that sentence was always said about this. And that's
my favorite.
Link's Awakening
Link to the Past
favorite.
and Ocarina, come to mind immediately, and I was like, 10 and 14 when they came out.
I was like
again,
9 to 11 as I was playing Link's Awakening, and that's like I was like figuring out video games, and so that for me, it's that. Yeah.
Let's ask some Zoomers what their favorite Romance of the Three Kingdoms is.
Oh, sure.
Really give it away.
They like
what's y'all's favorite Atelier game?
Oh, Rizza and Jizza.
Yeah.
Right.
The Rizzler Atelier.
No, now for Zoomers, it's what season of Fortnite was your favorite?
God.
Yeah.
But they can't even go back and play them because our games don't stay around anymore.
That's why they're so nostalgic for. God, that Simpsons season was awesome.
It was great.
That was for boomers.
And I stopped playing immediately after it was done.
Yeah.
I played a little bit more because they had some Back to the Future stuff in this season, and I like Back to the Future, but not nearly as much as that.
It's barely a seasoning,
But I bought that Doc Brown skin because I sure do like Doc Brown.
Dave Atelier in chat. That's pretty funny.
Grub, I've been looking at that and thinking about that, and I'm like, I don't even know what that is, but I like that joke.
It's funny to me.
Dave Atelier. Can you imagine? I have no idea. That whole series is baffling because there's so many of them. They all get like 7 out of 10s, and they just keep making them. They look so
I thought you were talking about
generic.
Insomniac seasons.
No.
You thought he was talking about Dave Attell's Insomniac.
I just wonder what it's like to play an Atelier game, and I don't know if I have the courage to do it.
Let's check it out together.
Playing
Mike.
JRPGs would be a good series.
I'd watch that for sure.
Okay.
Do Zoomers like Dave Attell?
I don't think they know who
should.
he is.
They definitely
They're not
don't
exposed
know.
to him. Yeah.
Atelier. Oh, I'm not pronouncing the R.
Atelier.
I cannot pronounce this emailer's first name, so I'm just going to say person Jorgensen writes in, "Hello, boys. Jan, I need help. A new restaurant selling Filipino food opened in my neighborhood in Copenhagen. Hearing you talk so lovingly about Filipino food makes me want to try out, but I know nothing about it. Can you give me some recommendations? They don't have that many items, so I've linked their menu in Google Translate. I'll report back." Jorgensen, Copenhagen, Denmark. Yo, Jorgensen, you got to go to Tambayan, all right? Tambayan means like a place to hang out. Go get yourself some lumpia. They'll call it spring rolls over there. Little egg rolls, delicioso. Get yourself the okoy. Okoy is kind of like, it's our version of a latke, but it's a sweet potato instead of a regular potato.
Ooh.
Can't go wrong with getting the crispy chicken or the sweet pork barbecue. I'm looking at their menu here. But if you want to feel a little frisky, baby, go with the beef kare kare, because that's a braised oxtail peanut butter stew. Real delicious.
Ooh.
When I went to New York, Bailey and I had a little bit of a cultural exchange. I had some Jewish food, and I'm like, well, we gotta do the flip side of this. I'm gonna make you eat Filipino food. Homegirl was brave. We had the kare. She liked it. She was dope.
Hey Jen.
Yeah.
You're a sweet potato.
Oh,
you're a little egg roll.
The other part of that joke would be if you're a Filipino sweet potato, it's ube, because Mikey, ube.
Ube.
Oh, love it.
All right, next email comes from Jamie from Colorado. Man, they really need to make a strategy football game with XCOM elements.
Oh,
okay. Do we mean soccer or American football?
They spelled it American football.
It's got to be American football. American football is more turn-based.
Yeah, it's turn-based.
That's
right.
true.
There was some like Mutant League football type, like inspired by a game. I think this game exists. I think it came out like 10 years ago or something.
Is it
called
Blood Bowl?
Maybe I'm thinking of Blood Bowl. That sounds maybe right.
Blood Bowl.
Is that kind of what it is? It's turn-based,
Yeah,
right?
I
I remember being excited about a game thing like, oh shit, it's Mutant League football, and then there were tiles, and I was like, eh.
Oh, there's
So,
multiple.
I think it was Blood
Bowls.
Blood Bowl 2 from 2015 is a strategy game, board
Yeah.
game, single player, multiplayer, fantasy. Yeah.
Yeah, Blood Bowl 3 from 2023 has mostly negative recent reviews for whatever reason. So.
Well, Blood Bowl 2's got is very positive. So
Okay, so there it is. It's
That's
bad
the one to play.
compared to its. Okay, play 2
Okay.
apparently.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe we'll go check that out. I like tiles and football most of the time. Andrew in Rochester writes in, hey, duders, what examples do you have of making your own fun in games? It can basically be anything you come up with that isn't the intended way to play a game. For example, in the Siphon Filter 2 multiplayer, my sister and I would take turns making a bullet hole design somewhere in the level, and then the other player had to find it. Another
That's insane.
I have would be when I would turn on cheats in Jedi Outcast, spawn a bunch of enemies and Jedi, and then turning the AI back on and watching them fight in large battles. Thank you for the
Wow.
years of great content and memories. Keep up the great work.
See, I'm too lazy for that stuff. So for me, it's small things like just making my character dance or like shoot a gun in rhythm to whatever music's happening. Especially in Mega Man because it's like very rhythmic and melodic. So I'll just go pew 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 pew. It's like whatever. Especially if it's an elevator, there's like some downtime or something. Even when I was playing Bloodborne constantly, I'll just like shimmy my character around to make it look like he's dancing or doing something. That gets a giggle out of me.
Maybe
Remember I had a friend over when we got the first Twisted Metal, and we did a thing where like I would play as Outlaw, the cop car, and I would hide somewhere in the city level, and he would it was almost like a role play type thing where he would drive around the city trying to like avoid me, and as soon as like I saw him on my split screen, I would like chase after him and try to kill him and stuff.
I would just install a random amount of mods into like Oblivion or Skyrim, and then kind of just see what would happen. And I would almost invariably end up with like the sex worker mods, and I would try to use those to like get enough money to buy a house, and that was always a good time. I would have sex with any lizard person that wanted to, and it was they paid well.
I
Clip that. Come on. You gotta. I've spent a lot of time in sandbox stuff,
Sure.
which I guess is not, which is obvious, right? But like, I spent so much time in Teardown, with
Sure.
the plasma sword stuff, and then a lot of like early GTA 5 of just like, bringing in custom soundtracks and just sort of like driving around, vicing it, that kind of thing, where you're just sort of like relaxing. I don't know. I think it was also the year Dylan was born, so I was like a nervous wreck, and I found a lot of like cathartic detox time there.
I remember Perfect Dark. You could do like The Sims, where like not The Sims, but the simulant characters. So you could do like one-on-one, yeah, and have like, okay, on the red team is going to be 3 of this sim, and so we would do rules where it's like we couldn't shoot each other, and like we had I think like pacifist sims or whatever, so they wouldn't like attack directly. So we would put remote mines on the sims and then send them after each other in some way, and you'd have to like detonate them. Like that was the only way we were allowed to kill each other or something, like making our own modes like that.
My
Perfect Dark
friend,
Goldeneye had a ton of that stuff for us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
my friends said we did invent like our own mode in Smash Brothers where you only play as Mr. Game & Watch. You can only do that hammer attack that's like 1 through 9.
Oh,
Each one has different and like the 9 is the insta kill. If some of the others would do some damage, like one would heal a person. And it's funny, like you play this game, you start creating like your own vernacular and language around it. Because like a 6 would kill somebody if like they were at like 200%. So sometimes it'd be like, oh, a good 6 will do instead of the 9. But you can still like do all the dodging and stuff, but it's just this thing. And if you accidentally hit somebody with any other attack, then it's like this ceremony where all the other players stop and do the ringing the bell taunt while the other 2 players go in the center, and then whoever got hit gets a free hammer strike on the other person. And like sometimes it's the 9, and that's like the big deciding factors. We call it hammer time. It's a lot of fun.
I like
Talk
that.
about like having your own vernacular. Grub, have you gotten to the part in the Mortal Kombat Legacy collection when they're talking about the origins of Toasty?
I don't think so.
They were playing, it was like Dan Forden, the sound guy, the Toasty
Yep.
guy. And
Yeah,
I think Ed
Toasty
Boon would play action football against each other frequently. And like he used to, Dan Forden would always say, like, as the characters were like going up to the line of scrimmage, he'd be like, no, I predict you're about to get toasted. And then it became a thing where he would just start going like, I predict Toasty. And then like one of the guys was like, hey, do you want to like put dumb stuff like that in the game? He's like, hey, all right. And so like 1 out of every 100
Fun.
uppercuts, it's the Toasty thing.
I had actually the rug guy, when he brought the rug over, I showed him my analog 3D.
Hoop City.
And we did play some Mortal Kombat Trilogy on there, and that was a great time. Yeah, seeing the Toasty come up, it's just like, it still hits all these years later.
Mhm.
Fantastic.
By the way, during the break, I admired the rug for a bit. It looks fantastic. It's so good.
I've been looking at the picture. Yeah, I can't imagine in real life.
Yes.
Don't
Oh,
show the people. Do not show the people.
Yeah.
Okay.
I put in our
Save
Discord,
it.
Dan, you are a brilliant man because you came up with rug mouse pads, and I did see that at a museum over the break. If anyone wants to peep that, looks fun. Josh in New York writes in, I heard on the Game of the Year podcast that Dan had never played Quake and Jan had never played the original Doom. And it got me thinking, what are the most famous / well-regarded games that you've never touched? For me, it's Skyrim and World of Warcraft. Thanks.
Oh,
I guess it's World of Warcraft. I've never even touched it.
you've never touched World of Warcraft. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. Gosh, I'm trying to think, like, never even touched, because, I'm like, oh, I haven't beaten GoldenEye, and I've touched GoldenEye. I've touched it in all sorts of places.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Right in the golden gun.
All right.
Now
next
that's funny. You
email.
brought it back around.
Yeah. There you go. I saved you.
I didn't write the emailer down, but this is for Bacalar. They write in, just wanted to let you know what New York has pretty regular Beyblade tournaments. And looking at the listing for the latest tournament in New York City, they have a Discord. So if Dylan wants to go to more events, this is where to look. I'm relatively active in the Portland scene, and we have casual night at a game store out in the area. So it's worth looking at the New York City Discord to see if there are any casual nights there as well.
I gotta say, in an era of like, preteen screen overload, right? This game, this very analog, very hands-on game,
Murder dreidels,
has been like, I'm sorry.
Murder dreidels. Yeah.
I love that. I forgot.
No,
I
actually,
meant to use that over the
if
break. I
you
forgot.
look at the anime, the Beyblade anime,
Which he's binged all the way through. Yeah, go on.
this may be one of the older seasons, but Moses split the Red Sea using a Beyblade.
No shit.
Yeah. Anyway, please go
Okay,
on.
I'll have to go back and find out which episode that is. I feel like I would have heard about it. Yeah, like it's so refreshing to just like have friends over and they just like battle for
Fuck
an
yeah.
hour. Like an
yeah,
hour's
that
a long
rules.
time.
Boys being boys.
Dude, I gotta say, like that arena he has with the teeth around it, with the sort of railing, it is so sick.
Yeah, because it
is
will respin
sick.
them.
Dude, it is like you're battling and you're just like, and there's scoring, there's like point scoring that makes sense now. And like you get, a blast is not as much as an extreme takedown, like, or whatever it is where you knock the dreidel out of, knock the top out of the arena. It's awesome. It's great. I hope it never
can we
goes
play?
away. Yeah, I mean, you got to do it in person. Like,
No,
that's
I know.
the-
Next time we're in person, can we like bring a set? Like, someone's got to have something.
Dude, okay.
Totally.
All right.
It's cool. It is very, very cool. I
bet Jesse
because-
Vitelli's got some. I bet we just go to his house.
Oh, he seems Bay coded, right?
Yeah.
For sure. Listen, what's crazy is like, so he bought we got a bunch of them for him like maybe 3 years ago. I don't know if this is just like a fork for Beyblades, but whatever it is now, the tops, they're so much. They're better made. They're easier to assemble. They're just like stronger units. Their explosions are more impressive. Like everything about where Beyblades is at right now rules. I love it. I love that he's into it. It's all he wants to do.
You've heard the Bonello commercial, right?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure. I sent it to Jan. I don't know.
Yes.
I had it
I've
ready
seen
if
that.
we needed to. But
Okay.
Yes.
Has anyone here not heard the Alex Bonello Beyblade
I've
commercial?
heard it. Yep. It's
Okay.
fantastic.
it rips.
It's very good. It does. It's great.
Right.
Yeah, well, a 3-2-1 let it rip. Like that's it. I mean, that was the game of the holiday season for sure. That Escape Academy.
Okay. In the pockets of time where I wasn't playing Marvel Rivals, I actually was looking up Beyblade stuff, and I saw someone made a Keyblade hilt launcher, and it looked sick as fuck.
Oh shit!
Dude,
now you
it's
have
so-
my attention.
And like and then someone was like, "Yo, you can 3D print your own like attachment to the Ripper," and you're like, "Oh, okay."
Ooh.
There's just a lot going on here, and now like every now and then I'm like, "What are the new ones that are coming out?" Like, it's fun. It's I don't know. It is a toy that delivers. Like remember we were growing up, it was like Crossfire with the ball bearings
Mousetrap
and
we talk about.
you're
where
like,
it's like
"You
the
get caught
setup
up
is-
in
yeah.
Crossfire," right? Like, and you're like, "Oh wow," and that game was like cool for like 14 minutes, and then you're like, "I get it." This shit just keeps slapping. It's just you never know what you're gonna get. The teeth are the railing is what an improvement. What a quality of life upgrade. I can't say enough amazing stuff about it. It's awesome.
But Bakugan is different, right?
No,
Bakugan-
Those
Bakugan
are the
is dumb.
ball. Yeah,
Okay,
that kind
Bakugan-
of sucks
that's
because
dumb and stupid. Okay.
it's not dumb and stupid. I feel bad to shit on Bakugan because Dylan was all about them too when he was really young. But they're
Okay.
impossible to fold up. Like they're
You
little
shit on
like
Bakugan? You love shitting
they're
on
balls.
things. Bakugan's too far.
Bakugan's
no, I'm not gonna
precious.
shit. I'm gonna shit on it, but like they're balls, right? And then you have like you need like the dexterity is to get them back into their spherical shape is very difficult.
Okay.
They never really get back together.
What
And-
what are they like? The balls, and then they
So
turn
they're
into
like these little-
monsters?
Yeah, there are these little figures that they arrive to when you buy them. They're in a ball. It has the game is like a card game where you get like HP
Oh.
and attacks and whatever.
Okay.
But when you throw them out on the ground, they unravel and they instantly pop into the character they're meant to be.
Oh, interesting.
But like you can't put them back together. They're really hard and they're for kids. And it's like, what are we doing here?
It's like unfurling a rug. It's the non-starter. You can't do it.
no one can
Yeah.
do it. No one
Yeah.
can do
That's
it.
true. Yeah.
Once unfurled, never furled again.
Yeah.
Yes. Last two emails here. Hey, gang. How many cookies is 2-minute cookies? I'm going through a rough stretch. My girlfriend dumped me, and I got laid off
Aw.
from my job. And my way to cope is eating sweet treats. Lucky for me, there's a delicious bakery down the street for me that only sells cookies, so I have been indulging more often than before. So my question is simple. How many cookies is too many cookies to eat in one night? For reference, they aren't huge cookies, but they're certainly not small either. About the size
Yeah.
of 2 Chips Ahoy cookies on top of each other, but pretty dense and packed with fillings.
Okay, emailer, I'll say this. I understand you're going through a moment and, sometimes you just got to eat the whole ice cream. I get it. Like, that's fine. I just think at some point, and it's tough for us to say how many cookies are too many because you're getting it from a bespoke bakery. And oftentimes, bespoke bakeries, you're looking at the size of cookie you're talking about. I feel like you're looking at like 250 to 300 calories a
There's
cookie
some
there.
extra butter in there. Some
Yeah,
extra love.
there's no nutrition facts on those bad boys.
Yeah.
It's uncharted territory. It's whatever goes. So they're making those taste delicious and amazing, and they probably have a lot of stuff. So for this, I don't know. I can't put a number on it, but
Hey,
you
it's
gotta
rough.
you gotta
It's like
pump the
when-
brakes.
Because like if I were to go pick up some like Chips Ahoy, just as an example, I would probably pick up 3. And then if it's like, if I do that multiple times in a day, suddenly I've eaten 9, 12 cookies in a day. And it's like, oh my
Yeah.
God,
Wow,
that happens
yeah.
so fast.
You don't want to get to, I ate a package of blank. That's when it's a real
Sure.
problem.
Yeah,
And like
Yeah.
the thing with the cookies is that they're going to ultimately make you feel worse because they're not good for you. You need to channel that energy. I know it's like generic, but the break up gym guy, That's a more productive way of channeling some of that
Okay,
negative
actually,
energy. It makes
yes,
you feel
though.
better.
100% it is, because I started seeing a trainer over the break, and gang, I think this is the year I'm gonna get stupid, sexy, and hot. And
Dude,
Hell yeah.
You were always stupid, sexy, and hot. I mean, not
Right back at you,
stupid,
babe.
Sexy
sexy.
and hot, maybe.
You were
Not
always
stupid, comma,
stupid.
sexy. Stupid, sexy.
But like, yeah, eat the cookies now. But then, like, I don't know, go to the gym. You don't feel bad after going to the gym. You just
You
feel
could
sore.
do both.
Oh, I
Yeah,
feel
do
good.
both in
Yeah,
one
do
day.
both.
Oh,
Yeah.
here's what you do. Go get a protein shake that is cookie flavored,
Yeah.
and that'll just
Okay.
sort everything out.
Or oats, even.
Yes.
Mm.
Use Dan's
No.
oat
I don't have a
code.
code though.
No.
I get a code for that. Jan, do you want to run a marathon with me in October? I'm on my own fitness journey right now.
How many miles is a marathon?
26.2.
Jesus Christ. I'll think about
Come to
it.
Minnesota, run in
How
October.
cold is it in October?
October's fine. Although I did do a half marathon in October 2 years ago, and it was 40 degrees when I started it.
That
Okay.
sounds good.
You
Yeah,
heat
it's
up,
good
right?
weather.
Heat
Yeah,
up pretty
okay.
quick.
Oh, yeah.
You heat up
Oh,
quick,
yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
I'll think about it, Dan. That does sound
Okay.
fun, though.
I'd love to host you.
That
Steph
sounds
did
fun.
get me a shirt that has a heater built into it, so now I have a shirt I have to charge. Sometimes.
Oh, that's
Hell
cool. It's
yeah.
got the little like glow up icon on it
Mhm.
too.
Yeah,
Yep.
there's a little button right here.
Is it
yes,
an
yeah.
Aurora? Is that the name of the brand?
Yeah, I
got
think
one of
it
those.
is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I
That's a
got
big
those.
like hockey parent thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's got the hoodie kind of built into a flannel on the outside, and then I was like, I didn't realize there's a button, so I kept plugging in. I'm like, nothing's happening. I'm like, oh look, there's a button right there. And then I went outside a bunch, was doing a bunch of things. It kept me warm, but
You
it
go
is
blue or red. It's got like 3 different things you can cycle
yes,
between.
red, blue, and white is the 3
I
levels.
think I have the exact same one.
Okay, yeah, there it is. So it is dumb though to have a shirt you have to charge though. That is
It is.
fun dumb.
Yeah.
And of course somewhere out there someone has been burned severely by one of
Yes.
those.
Oh,
as
someone's
well.
definitely got like the shape of the grill inside of the shirt
Yeah.
on their back. Yeah.
The coils or whatever the, fuck's in there. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Cool. Okay.
Fun stuff. Fun.
Cool.
fun
My vest
stuff.
has RAM in it now. Awesome.
At least something does. Yeah.
All right. Final email of the show before we get to super chats. Mike, I don't want to enrage you. Okay. I need you to
Okay.
keep calm during this.
All right.
Hey, yo, Mikey. Tim from Iowa writes in. The jabronis over at the Besties are claiming they are the baddest boys of games media.
Oh no.
Are you a bad enough dude to show them who the real bad boy is? Clip from of statement from Chris Plant. I'll go ahead and play this. Oh, wait. No, can anyone hear that? No?
No.
No.
Okay, 1 second. Let me just do some
Wait,
finagling.
Plant recorded something?
Excellent.
They said that exactly. They said it specifically. We're the bad boys.
The baddest boys.
Okay, hold on. Sorry.
Whoa, you just got flashed there.
I just because that is such a specific phrasing.
Fresh
And-
Dick didn't give you warning back, Lord. He didn't say he was going to step on our toes like this.
There was a smoke signal that I
Okay.
thought was meant
Okay.
for something else.
Can y'all hear this?
Okay. So I
Yes.
went to sleep wondering how we would give an award to people for the bestie. We used to give people the golden Marcus Phoenix.
I
but,
think
you know,
we did
haven't
that
done in a
once.
long time.
We
And
did
have
it
never
once.
actually
physically
I
given
don't-
it to anybody, right?
And I don't think they actually accepted it. I think that's the other
Correct.
problem. Yeah.
That's my understanding of mythology.
And
Because
then
we're sort
I-
of the bad. We're sort of the bad boys of game.
Whoa!
podcasts.
Yeah. And then I had this dream last night, and I did
Because they're trying to give people trophies?
that
Yeah.
we would give people bronzed versions of ourselves, but in my dream, like we were kind of dipped in bronze.
It was
Nice.
us, like Carbonite Han Solo kind of
Yeah. And a few questions came to mind. One, how much would it
Sure.
hurt?
More like the
Two,
fucking
do
nerds
you
of games
think-
media.
Games
Which
media
one
would
of the
be-
4 of us they get? Oh,
Well, would they accept it? You know? Yeah, well, also which one's more valuable, sure.
Is it ranked? Is it platinum, gold, silver, bronze? Is that what we're?
I mean, I
There's
think,
only
I
4
think
of
we
us.
could do that. I think
Okay, that was the end of the clip.
Huh.
It doesn't seem as egregious as the emailer wrote in, but
Yeah.
No,
I almost got canceled like 3 times this episode. That's bad. That's nothing.
yeah, he called me the most valuable gooner.
Yeah.
I did do that. And then I still had the golden dick joke.
it's let's be clear, folks. It is a form. It is an act of aggression, as moderate as it might be. It is a An act of
Yes,
violence.
and it shall not stand. It will be met with equal and equivalent force.
Mm.
Absolutely.
I was thinking asymmetrical, Grub.
Oh, okay.
I
Oh,
was
okay.
thinking-
Yes.
I
We'll
was
wipe
thinking-
them from the face of podcast.
We come
Jesus
way over the top on this one, but I'll yield to Minotti here. It's your shtick.
They're
so.
called the besties because they're the best at being non-controversial and tame, is what I say.
Oh, and then the bad boy would know too. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah. Okay.
Take
All
that.
right. Mr. Minotti, the bad boy of Graves Media, could you hit me with some YouTube super chats if we got it?
I would love to. As soon as I switch my account to the Giant Bomb one, so I can look at such things in a convenient manner. I was too enraged. I was too enraged in the moment.
Seeing red, yeah.
All right, here we go. From Migsy says, "Is Avatar 2 and 3 good? I found 1 to be okay. Love the 3D. I think 2 is significantly better than 1.
Yeah.
And then 3 is probably closer to 1's quality. I don't know. I have to see 1 again. I don't know if I like 1 or 3 more. 2 is the standout one for sure, though.
Agreed.
Yeah,
So-
it definitely is.
So I'm curious, right? Because it's like I don't. We said this last time, right? I don't remember 1 almost at all, aside from just
Meh.
like Giovanni Ribisi showing up and then
Sure, yeah.
calling it unobtainium,
Yeah,
which
he had
I
like
couldn't believe was
15-minute
real.
diatribe about Scientology. Yeah, it was weird.
Right. So, regardless of the fact that I can't remember 1, seeing 2 is fine in a vacuum. Yes.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
They
Just kind of
stopped.
recap it.
They stopped talking about unobtainium real quick. They just want whale juice
Yeah.
now.
Oh, yeah. Whale juice is the
Whale
new
cum?
unobtainium. Yeah.
Welcome?
Whale brain cum.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Just you remember Jake Sully's general thing? He was a dude. He's put in the body of the Na'vi, and he decided to stay as one of them and help them instead. Right? That's the
Yeah.
important thing to remember.
Avatar.
Also, before we go to the next super chat, I do have breaking news out of CES. There is a $500 jerk off machine called the Handy that is getting a lot of play, a lot of
It's a lot of play. It's getting a lot of love.
Right.
Did you get an
Yeah.
email for this?
Oh, I see a video. The first result is a video from a former coworker of yours, Mr. Backlar.
You remember our buddy here, right? And he's
yes.
he's
Scott
letting this
Stein.
thing jiggle it. He's jiggling all the way
So
from
the-
Vegas.
The
Go
Handy
ahead.
2 Pro is an overclockable sex toy.
Oh,
Wait,
Yeah.
you don't wanna, that's something you don't want to over. Oh,
Yeah,
it's going
don't
way too
overclock it.
fast.
It's gonna rip my dick off. I don't want
That's
that.
way too fast.
Yeah, we got to strip all these out for the RAM inside. I think.
Wait, that clear white thing in the
Supposed to
sleeve
be a
is supposed to be
penis.
your
No.
penis?
Oh,
yeah.
no.
What do you think, Dan? What do you think, buddy? Come
That
on.
just doesn't.
I think you put your penis in the clear parts, though. It can't just only be that strap.
No,
That
no,
would
yeah,
be-
yeah, the clear part is the penis sheath. Yeah.
It just doesn't
We have
look that
hands. We have hands.
ergonomic. Yeah, but not going that
Oh,
fast.
I don't
but-
like when the guy stretches it.
Yeah, I
Oh,
just
didn't
got
like
to that.
Oh, what
Um,
video are you guys watching? Oh, no.
Dan
Well,
linked one. You know-
Christmas came a little late this year, boys.
You know, the boy Michael Heim
We're early
is,
with this thing.
is over at CES. I kind of need like a field report from him.
Oh, yeah. He would know what
Yeah.
to do with this thing.
Yeah, hi. Go see how many RPMs you can handle. You know. Oh, okay. Anyway, that's your CES report.
Industry gooner Michael Hyam.
MVG. Sorry, modern chamber.
I just don't know how you use this thing. I'm like,
Let's see.
I mean,
Ask your mother.
I understand how it works.
I
No,
perfectly know what to do.
listen though, okay? The jerk off mechanism is attached to what looks like, a JBL speaker.
It
does
does
look
look
like
like
a
JBL
I've got the
speaker.
specs. I got the specs. Okay.
So
So the
we're-
stroke length is anywhere between 0 and 125 millimeters.
What's
The
that
speed
in
on the
American penis
Pro
inches?
goes up to what's that?
What's that in American penis inches?
Oh, I don't know. The Pro model will go up to 450 millimeters a second on the stroke speed.
How many
second?
meters does it average?
My dick's gonna fucking time travel. I'm not trying to do that. What's happening?
Well,
The Pro
you're gonna see
version
some real
comes-
shit when this thing reaches 88 miles per hour.
88 gigahertz.
Get the flame trails.
Oh boy.
Flame trails.
You can't overclock the standard. You can
Okay.
only overclock the Pro.
Oh, horseshit.
Imagine if we turned the Handy into a time machine.
I just don't understand. Like,
You jerk yourself off into the past.
Your penis just shows up in ancient Rome. Whose penis is that? Clearly from the future.
I mean, he did
It's
get the idea in
circumcised.
his bathroom.
that's true.
You come too hard, and there's just a Velociraptor in front of you. It's like, oh no! Done too much.
Okay.
Far.
I just don't like the speed. I feel like friction is a problem here. I don't know.
Man, yeah, I'm looking at the official website now. It's got all the
I don't
specs
like
and
when he stretches
everything.
it.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
$500, huh?
Hey.
500.
If it's worth it, I'll pay it.
I don't think it can be worth $500.
What would you rather have, this or freaking? What was your Sega Saturn game?
Thor. We can't call this episode
Oh,
Just
oh
Watch,
no!
right?
Oh
No.
no!
Okay.
Do you see the fucking GIF on the? Okay, hang on. Can someone put that back in the chat? It's thehandy.com/store and go to the Handy 2.
Boy.
I was wondering why it needed Wi-Fi, and sure enough, there is an anime lady that just whacks you off.
It's going to be scripted, right? It's going to have scripting, and it's going to work with anime ladies.
It is exclusively anime ladies in this GIF they're showing.
Hey, I don't want to yuck anyone's yum.
They know their audience. Yeah.
Go nuts.
Will,
Just be
this is
safe.
not the clip for the episode, please.
How else are you going to fuck cartoons?
Goddamn. Okay.
Well,
Man.
next super chat, please. Please tell me there's.
Oh, yeah, right.
Sorry
next
about
up
that.
is from.
Oh, you were getting your pre-order in.
Teledildonics. That is a great
Yes,
word.
What? Yeah, I had to approve that word like 20 times during this episode in the Twitch chat.
Wait.
Blade Runner
This is the Handy 2?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the sequel to the
Electric
Handy.
Boogaloo.
Yeah.
All right, Blade Runner says, Jan, I can't believe you guys excited to watch a cop.
Oh, Cyclops.
We're not doing this today, okay? We are not
No, I know.
doing this today.
20
You don't deserve it
Trying
today.
to stay positive.
Then
You don't
then
deserve it today.
Blade Runner said, smart bricked up. And then Blade Runner said, a live reaction of Jan watching the trailer, please. So yeah, there's like an X-Men Avengers Doomsday trailer,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, they're doing these little teaser things. They did one for Chris Evans coming back as Captain America. They did one for Thor.
Right.
Now
The Sky Rizzy commercial. Yeah.
the Sky Rizzy commercial. And now they did one with Professor X, fuck him, Magneto, great, and Cyclops, the best boy. And
Is it James Marsden doing it?
yeah, it's James Marsden, and he's
Nice.
wearing the Cyclops gear from like
Ooh.
the comic books, and it looks like
I
they're
need to
kind of
see this.
emulating
That's cool.
a panel from the comics, which I am very excited to see. Even if he's in this movie for 5 minutes, because there's too many people in this movie. As long as I
he's not
hear
gonna have much to do.
a good optic blast, I'm good.
Okay. Oh God, yeah. Oh, he looks sweet. Okay.
It's only a
Damn.
minute, yes.
Yeah, but yeah, God, it's funny how like they were like, we can't put these people in their original costumes, look ridiculous, and now like they've been putting these characters in their original costumes 30 years later, whatever, and they look awesome.
Yeah,
Mhm.
turns
So
out.
cool.
Who knew?
Yeah. All right, then next up is Antonio Morales, who says legit hung out with a girl only because she had Resident Evil 4. Immediately stopped hanging out with her once my cousin had it. I'm sorry if you're listening. Well. And then Mixie says, Jeff Backlard, do you get old keyboards and retro bright them?
Oh no, I'm not into that. I know what that is. That's like they do that with like NES. Like it's when plastic yellows. They like bring them back to
Oh,
life.
I've seen
Yeah.
people
It's
do
crazy. You got
that.
to put it into like a little tub, and it's
Yeah.
got chemicals. You leave it like
Right.
in the sun for a bit, or
Well,
like in a
you,
dark.
there's, you
One
put
or
like
the other.
UV strips around it or something. It's like a special light thing.
Yeah,
so
I don't. Go ahead. Sorry.
I say, well, I've seen people like restore old consoles, and they do
Sure.
that, and it's insane how it gets rid of the yellowing.
It's like hydrogen
I consider
peroxide or
doing it,
something, yeah.
but it's like a lot you have to do. Yeah.
Well, you have to because you have to take everything out of the console, like every
Right.
Mhm.
metal component has to just be that plastic you're
I
putting in
just
there.
got my Super Nintendo and NES back for the first time in 20 years from my childhood ones, and yeah, they're
Oh, wow.
both yellow as crazy, yellow as hell. And I was thinking about this, but I'm like, whatever. At this
I
point,
mean,
Yeah.
they work, right?
Yep.
It works.
the NES probably doesn't.
You can send. I mean, I don't know what the price is like, but for something like that, if you really cared about the thing, I would almost like send it off to a professional service that does it.
Timothy Chalamet does it. Yeah.
Yeah, on the
Right.
side. I just to do that yourself, and it's a lot. But for keyboards, no, I don't. It's funny. Keyboard, that color for a keyboard is probably more sought after than not wanted.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Well,
Sure.
because the first keyboards were surrounded by so much secondhand cigarette smoke that they all became that color immediately.
It's
That's
just
what we think of.
nicotine. It's just like
Yeah.
that's all it is, settling on the plastic.
I think if Marty Supreme was not coming out Christmas Day, I think we could have jumped on the press tour because that boy was everywhere. And just, can you imagine an episode of Blight Club with Timothy Chalamet talking about
He did the
Lee
fucking
Larry?
Batista entrance to a podcast appearance at one point. Like,
Yeah.
I would get along with Timothy Chalamet.
White Boy
He's
of
on
the
Cody
Year.
Rhodes' podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all have to wear like Knicks jerseys, and it'll be fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
He's a fellow theater
That
kid.
is it for that's it for the super chats. Thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate it.
Boys, what do we got going on this week? Game S mornings popping off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah,
right?
we got Finelli on the show tomorrow. It's gonna be a good one, everybody. So tune in.
Lovely.
Fucking Blight Club tomorrow. Yeah.
Fucking Black Club.
Voicemail.
We are going to do the run today. If
Yeah,
you're
we're
watching
gonna
this
do-
live,
there we
we're
go.
gonna do
The
the run.
run
We're going to be at
happening today.
Epsilon. Yep.
Yeah.
Voicemail dump truck on Thursday. Unprofessional Fridays. Plans are still up in the air. I think we wanted to try and do Anthem, but turns out you can't get it anywhere. Let's see. Also, go ahead. If you've missed the Game of the Year podcast, I suggest you go ahead and go get all of that. Consume all of that. Also, shouts out to Sean for editing all of those bad boys. Am I missing anything this week?
He's working on the music episode still, right?
Yes, yes.
So that's still coming, but he did so much work editing everything else. It'll come when it comes, everybody.
Speaking
So
about
hang in there.
doing a gargantuan amount of effort to edit stuff, shouts out, as always, every damn year to Marino for helping put the list together. Also, shouts out to
For
Lexi for helping edit them. Got a bunch of lists, and actually, I just got one yesterday. So
We
there's
might have a late one coming in too, based on a text I got a couple days ago.
Okay,
So
that'd be
more
fun.
lists.
They'll be worth it. Worth the wait.
all of them great this year. Absolutely
Yes.
love all of them. Shouts out to everyone that also volunteered their time to write a list. Boys,
And all of our lists are on the site as well. So if you want to
Yes.
see any of our like extended thoughts about any of the games we talked about on the podcast or whatever, people have been checking those out and really appreciating them. So thanks for saying the nice
yes,
things.
go visit the website. Also, if you have wiki experience, go help out Chuck. We mentioned that at the top of the show.
If
Bombcast.com/wiki.
you know PHP, if you know anything about if you've ever worked with Wikipedia, yeah, that's
Any all that stuff. But gang, I think that about does it for this episode of the Giant Bombcast. He's been Jeff, he's been Mike, he's been Dan, I've been Jan, and you at home have been gorgeous. We'll see you next week for another episode of the Giant Bombcast. Goodbye. Oops. Oh, I didn't fade to black. Now I clap.